My gosh, the dog is by far the tankiest character in this fucking party.
Thank you. My winter coat is coming in nicely.
I remember to give everyone ciphers, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Guess what's coming back to the BHG streams? You're probably not looking at your cameras.
Yeah.
Bean Boozle. Oh, you just get a new pack
I just got a new pack of beans, yeah.
Oh, shit.
They're at Walmart, and I always pass by them, and it's like, maybe I should get more, but also, I don't want to eat gross beans, but...
Yeah, you do.
Enough people have been asking about it now, where it's like, I guess I could get a new box. Fuck it.
Alright. I'm gonna switch this over so they can see and hear us, because why the fuck not? I don't normally stream on this day anyways. I doubt anyone will even be like, oh, he's streaming?
And I mean, the only people that watch me on Wednesdays are you guys, so... I'm not exactly expecting a big turnout anyway.
I'm our biggest fan. All right. Yeah. Let's get into some fantasy goodness. I'm not gonna do a big intro thing because it's whatever. It's a one shot. We're just dicking around. Although it's gonna be super serial. Even though one of you's a dog.
Hi.
Oh boy. All right. I believe we're all here. Yeah. No one's gone to take a break or something. Get something.
I don't think so.
Good.
All right. Sounds like we're all there. Okay. All right. We're good. Okay. So for those, some of you, I think most of you have kind of experienced a little bit of cipherness before. Not all of you, maybe. But we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna treat this like one of my intro newbie sessions, just to pace it nicely for everybody, since I've only got the two of you that are actually experienced in the system. So we're gonna have fun with it. First thing I'm gonna do is turn my fucking music down a little bit, so I can hear myself. There we go. All right, let's get into this. Let me preload. All right. First, we are going to start by setting the scene, and we're just going to jump right into this. It's a one shot. I want to get her done. So, you did it. Quest complete. You entered this tiny dungeon, defeated all of the minions, and found a whole treasure room. Filling your bags with wealth beyond your imagination, you're ready to get out and live the high life that you've always wanted. You found the entire ordeal oddly easy. You wandered through the musty and humid dungeon, buried deep within the jungles of some long-forgotten continent. The cracked and weathered stone blocks partially falling off the very walls to show the dirt and rock behind them. Tangles of vines and roots choking some of the halls, forcing you to hack your way through. Opposition was light. A giant centipede that you had dispatched with ease, some tiny little gremlin-like things that shot blowguns at you that bounced almost harmlessly off your clothes and armor. And finally, you made it to the treasure room, behind a locked wooden door. which is so old and rotted you just kicked it open, and thus you began to loot. Wanting as much treasure as possible, one of you picks up one little last piece of treasure before you bound off into your affluent existence. A little golden cup sitting on a pedestal. Unfortunately, the resounding click that accompanied that action froze you all in place, horror spreading upon your faces. The single wooden door to the treasure room that you left open splinters as it is crushed by a giant stone block that slams down, blocking the way. And just for the moment, nothing seems to happen. Just as you begin to wonder if it was all a ruse, a great cracking sound can be heard as the entire room tilts violently, one of the walls swinging open to show a massive, slick stone ramp lined with occasional torches, but with no end in sight. You tumble out of the room and begin your journey down, but not before you see there are things in the ramp with you. Creatures, traps, a teddy bear nailed to the wall, spikes, and all sorts of other concerning things. Maybe we should start with initiative. All right, so first things first. I didn't bother recording that bit because I'm just going to do a re-recording of a nice little intro bit, but I am going to start recording now. So let's get into rolling initiative on your characters. Which one of the characters was not in here?
Nyla was not in here, and I need you to drag out Mersha because I can't.
Yeah, you would probably have her summoned out. I can't see why you wouldn't.
And when she's summoned, she can't leave my side.
That is right.
Yeah, she has to stay in immediate distance. Yeah.
So pets. Let's get your wife's ghost. And in my setups, you should be able to just, if you mouse over top of icons, you should get the full picture in the lower right corner. Obviously not on my screen on the stream, but you guys can see that shit. So you can always see what everybody looks like.
Lower left on mine, but yes.
Or lower left. Lower something generally. So first thing we're going to need initiative rolls from everybody, please. You can find those in the skill tabs on your character sheet. One of these skills should say initiatives, and you'll see it's a little crossed sword icon on the same line as that initiative. If you click that, it's going to bring up the roller. We don't have to worry about any of the funky what all the everything means in the roller. Just go ahead and click roll for now. If you know what it means and you want to futz with it, you can do so. We have a nat 1 already. Rufus, I like it. Oh, did we have 2? Rassel as well? Yes.
Wow, double natty ones right off the hop.
Free GM intrusions. Let's go. This is going to be a strong start. Oh yeah. Okay. So I should have, if everyone should. Oh, why am I clicking on the thing? Everyone should have 2 experience points in your character sheet. For some reason, it doesn't say that. Okay, I think everyone has said it too. Everyone should have 2 experience points. So for those of you that rolled a nat 1 on your initiative, it is up to you. Would you like to do a reroll? No.
No, I'm good.
A reroll at the cost of what now? One of our.
It's 1 experience point. You can do there's things you can do with the an experience point. You can do a reroll if you don't like what you rolled. You can also use an experience point to do what's called a player intrusion, which we'll get into afterwards.
I think we'll save it just in case.
You can save it. All right. I like it. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pause for the moment. We are gonna start. And what we're gonna do is we are going to say, let's see, free GM intrusions against Rassel and Rufus. So I am going to say, so as you guys started going down the hallway here, once again tumbling down, it's slick, there's like water, there's all these like spikes protruding, it's this like massive hallway you're sliding down. Our first scene is going to be Theater of the Mind, so don't worry about measurements or having to move around in these. It's just going to be like in our brain pans we're going to do with the first scene. But Rassel, I'm going to say that you, being you, probably got a bit spooked when the entire room tilted, grabbing onto Rufus, and you two started to like tumble ass over tea kettle. And as a result, you're both going to be sort of like in a tumbling fall rather than just sliding down like everybody else. So we are going to say that each of your next task rolls are going to be hindered by one step because you're all unbalanced and kind of tumbling around. We keep it nice and simple. So now, the way we're going to be doing this is you don't have any creatures you're combating or anything right now. You're sort of fighting the situation. You're figuring out what's going on. There are things happening, but Murgwell, you're the first one to react, and so far you guys have just started down the tunnel. Now you can do anything you want in this case. You can like even attack with weapons, but you can also use your skills, anything like this, to try and help resolve this situation. But you're falling and sliding down this tunnel. Some of your members are not doing so well. As you begin down this, Murgwell, what do you think your first reaction would be to try and help in this situation?
I feel like Miguel would probably try and like, because we're sliding downwards, right?
Yeah, it's like a super happy fun slide, but full of like gray water and spikes.
Okay. I would probably try and like slow myself as best as I can, like either like take my claws and jam them into the slide as we're coming down so that I had a little more control.
All right. I like that. So you're trying to brace yourself as you're going down.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that this is probably going to be. I'd give this to you as a speed task, as you're like balancing and trying to like stop from tumbling. So what you're going to do is, I don't see any skills you have in specific that would probably help with this situation. So, next to the speed pool in the center of your character sheet there, you're going to see a little D20 icon there as well, right? If you click that, it should bring up the rolling box. Looks crazy at first until you realize it's like if like every like modifier in D&D was in a rolling box, like it would look like this too. You don't have to worry about it too much right now. All you need to know as we go through, and we'll show you how to do this, is it's going to be a straight roll task. You can do what's called applying levels of effort if you wish. You're able to apply one level of effort right now because your effort score is a 1. If you wish, you could do effort to ease task, which would make it easier. But if you apply levels of effort, it costs you. It's almost like hurting yourself in a way. It's lowering your presence or your speed pool in this point.
Okay.
To do this, to make it easier. Now, I don't always give you the target number, but I'm going to let you know the target number is only a 3 on this one, which means you only have to roll. You have like a 50-50 chance basically to do this right now.
Okay.
So basically, if you would like to apply one level of effort to ease the task, which is I think the 5th box down, you may do so, but it'll cost you. Or you can just click roll and we'll roll it from there.
I don't really have much on speed. I'll apply one level. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
And then so I just add the 1 level effort to ease task, 1 level, and then I roll it.
And then you roll it, yeah. And it will mathematical do the rest of the stuff for you. 5. Okay, yeah, you beat difficulty 5, more than enough. So you're able to. You're starting to slow yourself down, and you're starting to stabilize yourself as well. So what I'm going to say is we're going to give you like a little bit of a buff icon here. I'm going to say that you, as a result, future tasks you have when trying to like move around or do something within this tunnel is going to have an asset on it. Like everything's going to be a lot easier unless something makes you start to tumble again.
Okay.
All right. And we're not worrying about movement in this particular case since you're all kind of moving. So we're up. Next person. All right. Shenzo.
All right.
Yeah, once again, you can do anything, scouting ahead, helping people, moving around.
So I'm going to see this dog tumbling next to me, and I'm going to try and help him with the most basic instinct possible. Grab the stick, boy! And I'm going to hold out my bow staff and try to, like, latch it near his mouth so he can bite it. I can stabilize.
So you're trying to stabilize Rufus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, Shinzo, go ahead and roll a. It's going to be an attack with your bow staff. We're going to count this as,
Sure.
even though you're not doing damage. So in
Yeah,
the combat tab for your character, there's the little D20 icon next to the bow staff there.
Okay.
And once again, you'll notice the box is exactly the same no matter what you're rolling. Everything comes down to being a task roll.
Okay. And I think I'm just gonna roll it raw.
Do it raw. Okay. Oh shit. It's pretty good.
As you should.
Thankfully you weren't actually trying to do damage, otherwise that would have been a thing. But you are actually. So describe to me how exactly you get Rufus stabilized here.
So I see him falling kind of next to me in like a flat spin, and I hook my bow staff around so he can see that his mouth is gonna hit it, and he can grab it in his mouth and just kind of level off. And now he's sliding the same way I am.
All right. And as you guys are sort of like doing positive things and objectives, I'm actually lowering the presence of the scene itself, as you are helping to conquer yourselves over this thing. So yeah, you've managed to stabilize Rufus, and Rufus, you are Rassel's still like tumbling, but Rufus, you like grabbed onto this stick, and you're actually doing a lot better now. I've been forgetting to do. After each turn, I've been forgetting to do the actual tunnel, so I'm going to do that after Shinzo.
Oh, it goes after each of us?
Yeah, after each of you.
Okay.
So, yeah, I actually wasn't even supposed to roll for its initiative. It doesn't need to be in there. Okay. So I missed the first one. That's fine. I missed my trigger. Shinzo, I'm going to get you to roll a d6 for me, please. Let's see if you can determine what happens to the next person. All right. Because that's the way I was going to do it. The first person got away scot-free, but everybody after that, they were going to roll for what happens to the next person. So Shinzo, you got off scot-free because your GM's smooth brain. But Bashaba, you, as you're sliding down, you're dodging and weaving, you're getting through and stuff like that, except that there was this like low-hanging area, and you didn't realize there was like a hive of some sort of stinging insects that you are heading straight towards. So before we get to your actual turn, what would you like to do in response to this sudden hive heading straight towards your face?
I think my wife and I, especially in binding her and bringing her back after death, have done a lot to work together. And so me seeing what's coming towards me, I start to panic, and May seeing me panic, instinctually will grab my hand so that I can anchor myself and slide myself under the hive.
Oh, okay. All right. So she's like, she's helping you get slide under it or whatnot.
Yeah. So like using my momentum to like so that I can actually like slide like without like hurting myself, like dropping back, like I have something to anchor myself as I lower myself.
So it's going to be a speed task. You're going to get an asset because of your wife, your ghostly wife. And if you've got any skills you think you would apply, let me know. We can always see.
Is it speed task or speed defense here?
Probably speed defense.
Okay. Speed defense. Get an asset from my wife.
My wife.
And fuck it, I'll throw in a level of effort as well.
And it's a rough.
Beats difficulty 7.
You're plenty good.
So like so like my eyes go wide, and like she like who is like a spirit, so like probably not even like sliding so much as like floating down, like spins around and grabs my hand so I can like lean right back and like slide under this nest.
Oh, the power of love. Oh. So you get like back to like a sitting sliding position or something like that. It is now your turn. How did you want to help like resolve this situation?
So sliding further down, because we're all sliding down this tunnel. I see that Shenzu has taken care of Rufus, but Rassel is still kind of in dire straits. So once again, I'm going just I'm just gonna look and say, Mei, get me over to him, and I'm going to grab her hand, and she's going to swing me to get me over to Rassel so that I can help him up.
All right. Once in this situation, I'm not worried too much about the distances and movement. I'm gonna say you're within like an immediate distance of him, so within that
we all fell down the same shaft, like we all kind of hit that slide at the same time, right? So that makes sense.
So she like slides you over next to him, and feel free to move yourselves around if you want. So she like slides you over next to him. How did you want to assist Rassel then?
So right now he's kind of like ass over tea kettle. He doesn't have his bearings to be able to like maneuver himself, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is same thing that my wife's been doing for me. Grab him and use that momentum to like slide him so that he's on his ass and sliding forward.
Okay. All right. That would definitely be another speed task, as you're sort of like manipulating and like, unless you're just trying to like brute force it, in which case I'd say a might task. I'll give you the option.
I'll go with a might for this one.
Okay. All right. So you're just trying to like basically like Rassel into their correct position and get him righted up. So yeah, might task. You guys are rolling fucking crazy. Okay.
Minor effect in me doing that and like trying to like get him up like on his ass instead. That kind of like I grab him, and with that momentum it brings us both to our feet so that we're running instead of sliding.
Wow. Okay. I hope you're okay with this, Rassel. You're now like up on your feet, like Cowabunga style, going down down this tunnel here.
This is worse. This feels worse.
All right. And at the end of your turn, Bashaba, can I get a D6 to see what's going to happen to the next person? 4. So Rassel, Bashaba got you to your feet. You're no longer tumbling. You kind of feel a little bruised and whatnot, but like for the most part, you're fine. However, as soon as she stood you up, you like looked over her shoulder in a direction she didn't see, and you saw something in the darkness, something scary, something you and only you saw that was very terrifying. Can I get an intellect defense from you, please?
Sure, you definitely can. Intellect defense. Is this a kind of monster?
There was something terrifying in the darkness. We could say it's a monster, yeah.
Rassel knows his monsters very, very well.
Uh-huh. I don't know if that would help your intellect defense or even make it worse.
That's true. Let's find out. Definitely made it worse. I know what that is, and that's not good.
All right, so that's gonna be 4 points to your intellect as you're just like mildly overwhelmed at what is going on here. But then it is your actual turn as you're just like you're there, you're now released, you're on your own, you're next to Bashaba, and you saw something, but it's gone, like you've passed it. But now it's like in your mind, like there's shit in this tunnel. What the hell?
Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck.
I forgot.
So, peering around, is there anything soft?
There are some vines that you think you see on the side occasionally, like whipping past you. Every once in a while, there's like other like roots or branches of some kind that like stick down from the ceiling. Like there's some foliage in these like ancient like runic tunnels.
Okay.
And water.
this is a stupid idea, but I would like to use my Cypher attractor. I'm not sure how to throw it in chat. Alt click.
Alt, yeah.
Yeah. I want to try to get some sort of vessel, some sort of thing that I can like ride down. Possibly, maybe if it's big enough for 2 people. It says it's the size of me, but like standing or sitting on it, kind of like a sled.
Okay. All right. I see. Yeah. You're not going to need to roll for this one because it's not being opposed by anything. So it is just going to work. So there's a lot of plant life, like I said, around here, and there's going to be maybe like the trunk of like an entire ass tree has protruded part of it, and you're able to sort of like with this Cypher get like part of the bark of the tree ripped off to act as like a makeshift sled. And sort of like summon that towards you. What did the Cypher? It's a manifest Cypher. What did the Cypher look like? Like, was it like a scroll or a little magical trinket, or like what was the Cypher?
As I'm full kilt sprinting down this 45-degree angle or whatever it is, and my legs don't usually work like that, I'm gonna like take my guitar off my back and just start playing this like kind of Spanish finger plucking melody. And it's going to just attract one of these things over to me, like in a lovingly gentle, floating way. And I'm just gonna like casually and very poshly like hop onto it while still playing.
Awesome. All right.
And I'll look at Rufus and be like, "Come here, boy, get on."
Rufus is small, so I would say like there's not enough room for any of the other people, but I'd probably allow Rufus to be on this with you. So I am also going to say that you're fairly well stabilized. You're not actually flying, but we'll just use this to say that you're like riding on a thing.
Wonderful.
And then as your turn is ending, can I get a D6 from you to see what is going to happen to Rufus? Oh, Rufus.
Sorry,
you saw the same thing that Rassel saw. As you go to like jump onto this, like, or as you're beckoned to jump onto this sled with Rassel, you look his direction and then past him, and you see in the darkness these crevices that you're passing by, the writhing tentacles, the gnashing teeth, some eldritch horrors in the darkness. Rufus, on your character sheet in the skills area, you have a intellect defense. If you could roll that for me, please, the little D20 beside it. Difficulty 6. Okay, you're more than fine. Rufus, you're a tough little doggo and maybe didn't fully comprehend what was going on anyways. We should pass it to the next turn. So it is Rufus. Rufus, it is your turn. What would you like to do that you could possibly assist the situation with? And I keep forgetting.
So I'm riding with Rassel.
Well, not yet. He's on it, but he's like beckoning for you to get on it.
Oh, I'm gonna jump up there then.
Okay, that
100%.
will give you as a freebie. Like you don't need to roll anything for that. You too.
And
But so you're riding on it with him.
Yeah.
But that's not your action. That was just moving on. You can still do something.
Can I use my keen dog eyesight to see if there's any like safe area up ahead type thing?
There you go. Okay, yeah, you can sort of like scout ahead and just like do the whole like pointer thing, like be like that way. That would definitely be a Rufus does not have a lot of skills. That would definitely be an intellect task. You don't really have any skills that would apply, so it's straight intellect. So next to your intellect pool, there's a D20 icon there. Click that. You're trying to hit like basically a 9 or so on the die, so it's like a 50-50 chance whether you're gonna get this. My gosh, you guys can't. You just can't fail tonight. Yeah. All right, Rufus. Yeah, I am definitely gonna say you're helping to scout ahead for everybody, which is going to lower the collapsing tunnel's presence even more. You're sort of helping to guide the group as a whole a little bit, so that it's actually because you did so well, we're going to do another one. So you guys are halfway down the tunnel, you're thinking, or you're hoping. Rufus, can I get a D6 from you, please? Let's see what happens to our dragon friend next. My gosh, you keep seeing horrifying things in the background. Okay.
I don't want
Murgwell, you don't see the same eldritch entities they do. At one point, you guys, like, you're all focused on like not falling and whatnot, but Murgwell, like, you are already like fairly stabilized thanks to your claws and everything, so you're not having to concentrate quite as much as they are, and you're able to look around more. And at one point, you pass what seems to be a side tunnel, but in that side tunnel is a legion of the dead, an entire army just waiting, their glowing red eyes looking at you as you saw thousands of corpse-like soldiers at the ready, almost ready to rush into the tunnel when you zoom on past and you're gone. So I need an intellect defense from you as well, please. Or defense intellect. I like it. I'm for it. So free GM intrusion. You've got experience. If you would like to do a reroll, it is up to you.
I haven't had a GM intrusion, so why not?
All right. Let's do that. Okay. Now to think of GM intrusion. So you first of all, you're going to take 4 points from your intellect pool. So lower your current intellect pool by 4. And you're stabilized, but let's say what do you have? I'm not going to make you drop your musket. That's beyond me, and that's kind of your thing. I am going to say, however, that in your hastiness, you saw all of the creatures there, and you wanted to like sort of like boost your reflexes. And in your ciphers in your equipment, and ciphers are like one-use character abilities, so they're quite important in this system. You went to bring out your reflex enhancer, thinking, "Oh God, I'm going to need this extra thing." But then when you saw them, you were so stunned that you dropped it, and it tumbled away into a crevice, and it is gone. Good news, it's your turn now.
Oh, that hurts. I can't try and like catch it or anything, right?
No, that was the
Like,
GM
dive
intrusion.
after it. Okay.
You accepted the consequences already. So yeah, you could do anything to help the situation at this point. Whatever you think, whatever you can imagine.
Is anybody like really like struggling right now? I don't think anybody like.
For the most part,
me.
everyone's fairly stabilized.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna like pull a rope and try and throw it to Rassel and Rufus, who are now on their like thing to try and get everybody together.
All right. Sort of like trying to weave together this like life raft as you're going down this extreme tunnel situation.
Yeah.
I like that. That would definitely be a speed task. You don't really have any good skills that would apply, so it would be a straight speed task for me, please. Once again, most of the checks in this are around a difficulty of 3, so you're trying to hit like a 9 on a d20, which you guys are doing. You got a difficulty 3 there, so you're good. Yeah, there's gonna be another 2 down. So you've got this rope out, and you've got it sort of like connected between you and the guys on the sled. All right. Can I get a D6 from you, please, to see what happens to Shenzo? Hey, something different. Let's go. All right, Shenzo, good news. You do not have to worry about like evil eldritch entities or anything like this. However, you do have to worry about the fact that you're slightly separated from the group. They're on the nice side of the tunnel, and you're on the side of the tunnel with giant metal spikes.
Oh
which are
boy.
rushing towards you. So I need you. So yeah, I'm attacking with giant metal spikes. This is going to be a speed defense, please.
All right. So can you refresh my memory on exactly what happens when I apply effort?
So what effort does is for a cost, and it's normally 3 points for the first level, 2 points every level after that, minus your edge, which makes the things easier. You can ease the task, making it easier on the die, like basically improving how well you do. Or there's other effects like improving damage and stuff, but you don't need that here.
All right. I'm gonna use one
So
level
at
of
this
effort.
point, yeah, at this point, one level of effort will cost you 2 points from your speed pool. Wow.
Well, that went well.
It's a good thing you did. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made it. So it costs you 2 points from your speed pool, which is auto-calculated for you. You don't have to worry about it. But saved you from taking 5 to your might. So that was definitely worth it. Describe to me how you like dodged out of the way, or like whatever you did to get out of the way of these spikes.
Can I work it? I know it'll be a separate roll, but can I work it into what I'm going to be trying to do for my turn?
Absolutely, sure.
I'm going to see these spikes, and I'm just going to try and angle myself and literally just kick off the side of them towards the group of everyone else.
All right. I like it. I like it. So you're trying to do this like acrobatics tumble thing. to,
Yeah, like just a massive
launch
jump.
yourself. And you are trained in jumping. So go
Yeah.
ahead and roll a jump for me, your jumping skill. Shoe fly. Oh, I hate this thing.
I have too many things open. So I read open once. Oh, jumping.
And it's going to be the same difficulty as before. You're trying to hit difficulty 3. So,
Oh, this roller.
oh my gosh. Like seriously, you guys can't fail a bloody roll.
Monk in there.
Yeah. So you do this like cool like martial arts flip, because I mean you're basically like a Avatar: The Last Airbender character. You do this like fiery flip thing. Well, you describe it to me. What exactly happened here?
So, as I'm tumbling towards these spikes, I just kind of bend my body and stick my feet together and just yeet myself off of it, and then kind of shoot like a missile towards everyone else. Hey guys, how's it
I like-
going? Got any food?
Hello.
And yeah, that's my turn. So that's a D6.
A D6. Let's see what happens to Bishaba. Really? Again? Just nothing but 4s for the most part.
I demand a reroll. I want to see something new.
Yeah, I want to see something new as well. Shenzo, roll again for me, please. I'm accepting this one no matter what it is, though.
Agreed.
Yeah, Shenzo, can you there a 1? Oh, I don't think we've had a 1 yet.
We have not had a 1 yet.
Rocks fall, you might die. I like this. Okay. Bashaba. So you're going along, you're not quite on the sled with everybody or anything yet. You're sort of in between them. You're hovering along with your wife when all of a sudden like a which is the one on the ceiling? The stalagmite?
Fucked if I know,
Or
man.
stalactite?
I've
I
been
don't know.
told
I-
100
I
times.
always
Stalagmites on the ceiling, stalagmites on the ground.
Stalagmites on the ground. Okay,
Yes.
stalactite. Ceiling rock drops towards your head, like going to skewer down where you are. What would you like to do to defend against that, Michelle?
So I'm already like on my feet and running beside this sled, and I think
Yes.
Bashaba just like squats down, does like the full Naruto run pose, and like speeds up and just like runs just faster, trying to outrun, like using the gravity still to outrun the falling rocks.
All right. I like that.
Also,
you don't
once
have any like. Oh, go ahead.
once again noticing like what her wife is doing, the spirit will also like kind of like grab her, but not grab her in a way that will hinder her, but also like in a way to pull her to like increase her speed.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of your keeps a magic ally. You're getting assets on most of your rolls thanks to her.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you don't really have like a running or anything. So just do a speed defense, but apply an asset because of your wife.
Yep. My wife.
No.
And once again, I'll do a level of effort, even though my pool's getting real low. And I'm going to use an XP to reroll that.
Okay.
Because somebody's got to, goddammit.
Okay. I was just making sure she only applied one asset and she wasn't like a super creature or something.
Well, yeah, it's just I don't think there's a limit to like it's like a once per turn or once per action.
Oh, that's a good
thing,
way to
right?
remember it. Stalactite has the C in it, so it's the ceiling, but stalagmite has the G in it, so
ground,
it's
yeah.
the ground. Thanks, that's a good way. All right, yeah. So you are fine with it. You do not have stalag issues. Stalag issues.
Yeah, like it's like the rocks crash behind me, but I'm like just full on like Naruto running, just kind of like do a peek behind, like look up to my wife, be like, "Thanks, Mei, I love you."
Now it's your actual turn. What would you like to do? It looks like you can almost see the shimmer of what might be like a curvature or the bottom or something. Getting close.
Seeing what Rassel has done with his like makeshift surfboard, I think Bashaba wants to take advantage of the same idea. Is there any debris around that she might be able to use in the same fashion?
There's lots of different types of debris around. What kind of debris are you looking for? What do you think would make sense?
I'm looking for either like a flat stone that is sliding or something that would be smooth enough that like something that like my feet could still grip on so that I could slide with it, but something that is sliding with the surface.
I like the idea of that. So we'll say that there's like this tunnel looks like it was actually like it had like slabs of stone on the side of it at one point or another, and the stone that just like some of the stones that just dropped aside from the stalactite was one of these like side like paving stones or whatever, and yeah, that's something you think you would be able to try and hopefully surf on.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to get my ghost partner to grab my rope and tie it around it so I can pull it towards myself to step onto.
I like it. All right. Yeah, so that would be probably a might, because you're trying to yank this big old stone towards yourself.
Yeah.
In that case.
My wife.
That's not gonna stop, is it?
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you got your wife helping you. All right, you're good. It's getting close. You managed to get this stone towards you, and I'm gonna give you the same thing as those guys that are riding on like the bark, where you're like you've got a thing stabilizing you, helping you along as you're moving, and so that bad things don't happen.
Yeah.
Before
it's a 2.
Yeah, 2. Okay.
Rassel, you're welcome.
Rassel. Oh, we got a new one here. Rassel, you're on this, like you're playing your lute. You're having a jolly bardic time or whatever, however you're describing this on this bark. You've got the dog with you. You're like out of like a fucking Disney flick at this point. You're on a thing with a dog playing a lute. When something from the water attacks you, like this like spiked tentacle, barbed tentacle thing reaches out and goes to attack you. How would you like to defend yourself?
I mean, I'm a dude with a guitar. There's not much I can do besides duck and try to get the fuck out of the way.
That's viable. Sure. All right, that would be speed defense.
Speed defense.
Once again, about the same. You're looking at around a 3. Yes.
I will use an XP to reroll.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to actually. I only
Okay.
have 2. I have plans. I've rolled a 1.
All right.
I've rolled 2 1s, a 4, and a 5.
Everyone else is rolling God tier, and you're just having a day of it. Okay. So in that case, I am going to say that. So you're going to take 3 points to your might. Minus, I don't think you have any armor. You have no armor. So 3 points to your might. And this thing actually, like, instead of just slashing at you, actually like wraps around you and like rips you off of the bark thing that you're on. Like you're playing and all of a sudden like and you're pulled away from the dog, and everyone else is like starting to slide away from you as you're like wrestling with this tentacle thing. But it is your turn now.
Okay. I'm assuming this is also a kind of monster
Yes.
that I'm currently wrestling with.
Yes.
I would like to try to ride the tentacle using my vast knowledge on monsters.
Okay, using your knowledge of monsters, you want to see if there's a way you can get the tentacle to like start sliding down with you.
Yeah. Like tame it.
Hot.
You know
At
what?
least-
Fuck it. Let's
least
do it.
temporarily.
Let's do it. Yeah, okay. All right, roll a monster lore for me. Do it. Let's see what you get.
All right, I'm gonna put effort into this.
Okay.
So it's an intellect task, I'm assuming.
Yeah. That's hot.
I've seen this video before.
It's enough. Because of putting that effort into it, you needed to. Oh my gosh, your rolls. Rassel, you have determined that you've heard of this tentacle monster before, and you know that they're ticklish. So what exactly did you do at this point?
I would have been playing the lute still. Like I would have busted it out and like started plucking at it, and it would like have these weird vibrations that would in turn tickle the tentacle.
Okay.
Yeah, and
like
I would like stop playing that, then talk to it for a second, then like play more of that particular vibration.
All right, yeah. So, and in this case, you are you're able to like basically catch up with your friends, riding on the back of the tentacle. You just see him like playing the like guitar or whatever he's playing, coming down, and there's just this like form of like tentacle things just bubbling and writhing under him. It's quite a disconcerting sight, all things considered. And you were trained in that, weren't you?
Yes.
That is enough to get you guys to the bottom, actually. You have defeated the collapsing tunnel. Way to go. I guess I should preload this scene. Now, before we get right to the bottom of the tunnel, I have a couple of questions I forgot I was going to ask you guys. Let's ask them now before we get into the next section. Going through, we're going to start at the beginning. Marigwell, you had the wherewithal to know this dungeon may have been more than it appeared. As a result, you came extra prepared. Tell me, is there an item of any kind not on your character sheet you think you would have had the forethought to bring with you? And if you can't think of anything, no is an answer.
Joda, if you're talking, you're muted and we can't hear you.
I can't really think of anything, honestly. Like I'm not really sure what like.
Yeah, no worries. No is a perfectly good answer. If you think you weren't actually as prepared as we thought, then that's not a problem. So we'll move on. And then if you think of something like within the next few minutes, let me know. We can do that. Shenzo, everyone thought the fight with the centipede was so easy. That's why you felt embarrassed about the fact that you were wounded in some way during it. Tell me, what kind of wound have you been hiding from the party?
His pincer got me right in the butt. It's gonna hurt
in
to
the
sit
butt?
down for weeks.
I like that. Okay. You were nice to yourself. I've done these same questions in a similar situation during CypherCon, and the guy's like, "Oh, I got like impaled in the kidneys or something, like with major damage." I'm like, "Why would you do that to yourself?" So you took a little stab to the ass. So sitting down is going to be unkind. I like it. I like it.
Sure, good thing I don't have a house, because I wouldn't be able to use my couch.
Bashaba, you grabbed a particularly odd-looking item from the treasure room that you have a sneaking suspicion may be magical in nature. Although you're not sure what it does yet, tell me, what does the item look like?
It is a golden raven skull with the eyes being like onyx gems. And there is a runic symbol on like the forehead of the skull.
Okay. Interesting. Go ahead and write that on your character sheet.
You got it.
It may or may not come into play.
Okay.
We will find out. Rassel. While everyone else traveled here for the treasure, you're also here for a different secret reason. What is it?
I am absolutely head over heels to the moon, fucking in love with Bashaba. And I know I can't ever be requited, and it breaks my fucking heart, so I just make sure she doesn't die.
All right. I like it. So you're it's very much that whole like try to impress the girl even though you're like solidly in the friend zone situation. Got it. All right. I like it. I like it. And Rufus, you're the last oh my god, you're not going to be able to tell them either. You're the last of the group to react, not because you were slow, but because you saw something when the room shifted, something you may think is important, something no one else saw. What was it? If you can think of anything, count.
You're putting me on the spot here. When the
that.
room was shifting, I saw something.
You saw something that could be like, you can make up a detail. Pretend you're the GM for a moment. Pretend you've got something like a MacGuffin or something that might help this entire campaign. Something really cool and only you saw it. The dog.
You want me to say it or message you?
No, say it.
Say it. I would just say it was just something shiny. I'm not sure what it was, but it was very, very, very shiny to me anyway.
All right. Okay, so there was something shiny. Okay, I'll elaborate on that a little bit then. When you started sliding down, you don't know where they are now. They could be long gone, but you swear you saw a ring of keys tumbling down from the room with you guys. Of course, you can not really tell anybody because you're a dog, so that's great. All right. So Nyla was not with you. Excellent. And I'm just got to reset one thing. So you get to the end of the tunnel and sort of land relatively softly, actually, because all of you managed to stabilize yourselves before you actually got to the end. And it's a relatively empty room before leading to a staircase downwards. There's light coming from this staircase. As you head down to the end of the staircase, there's a little bit of like wooden refuse of some kind and a big old iron-bound wooden door. We are going to add you on to the initiatives again. I am going to have you roll initiatives again for me, please, but we may not be in actual combat quite yet. So on your character sheets, there's the initiative skill. Go ahead and roll that. You can apply the effort if you wish, but I mean, it's initiative. It's up to you.
With rolling initiative, can I do like some sort of like tool to open doors, whether it be like, and I mean you can play this however you want as the DM. Maybe like an explosive, like a doorbuster, or something to like attach to the musket, or like maybe even an explosive round.
What? Where are you? Why are you asking for stuff? Sorry, what's this?
The item that you said. You said you
Oh,
need a minute or
okay.
two to think about it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Anything along those lines. So like maybe something to break down the door, like a battering ram or something. Like it, just anything for like doors or locks.
Okay.
I will allow you to flavor it however you want, and I will work with that.
Tell you what. What I'll do is, if you attempt to force open a door, I'm gonna give you 2 assets on it, as you've made like a little explosive charge out of some like spare gunpowder, to help like blow the lock or something like that.
Okay. And we just is that just a single use, or?
We'll say that's a single use. It's kind of like a cipher, but we're not gonna make it take up a cipher slot.
Okay.
And then Rufus, if I can get you to roll for initiative as well, please. So now we're going to do things a bit different. I'm going to actually have you guys, we're going to actually go do this on a proper battle map now, because I want to have you guys experience a bit everything here. All right. But you are not in combat yet. But we are still going to kind of go in order for the most part. So, well, I'll let you guys role play it out, like which order you go in or what you're doing at the moment. When we get into combat, then we'll worry about shit. But you are currently in a room with lights. You see a door in front of you.
Mechanic question.
Sure.
Sorry, BT, go ahead.
So say Bashaba and Mersha are like sitting in like off to the side arguing with each other about something. Like hushed whispers, but arguing about something.
Do you guys think there's gonna be more bad guys to fight in there?
Yes, it seems that we're on another adventure, so to speak. It's not quite over.
Okay, but does any of you have food?
My
No?
head tilts.
We've been traveling together for like weeks, and I've given you all of my food.
All right. Hopefully there's someone in there we can eat.
Did you just say someone?
No.
My head tilts again.
Bashaba pulls out like this like fucking like chocolate covered granola bar and like takes a bite, like eyes like looking directly into Mariguel's. Like eats it in like 3 bites and like pockets the wrapper.
Mine. You'll also know notice on your character sheets in the equipment. So of course you've got your ciphers in there. These are like the one-use character abilities. Feel free to use them. You're going to be finding more. Also, if you scroll down, you've got resources there. Now you technically have supplies, which is like food and water and stuff, although I don't think we're going to be using it today. But you also have torches. Now, 1 doesn't mean number of torches. I do a depletion resource thing. So whenever you use a resource, you roll a d6, and if you roll that number or lower, then it depletes by 1. So you're fine on torches unless you roll a 1 or below. I think all of you had 1 torch.
Looks like.
Yeah. So just letting you know, you guys have torches, because I don't think any of you had the ability to see in darkness.
I don't see a torch, but I don't know how I would carry.
Oh, sorry. Rufus does not have torches.
Yeah.
Rufus has supplies. He's got like little saddlebags or something with supplies, but no, Rufus, you do not have torches.
Technically, as a dog, you'd have like what, limited dark vision?
No, he doesn't have any abilities for that.
No, don't dogs see in the dark?
Confused by traffic light.
Well, he doesn't actually have like a racial thing. He's just a tough warrior who helps their friends.
Fair.
So I'm gonna assume this room is this room dark right now? Because I don't think anybody's lit a torch yet, right?
The room you're in has lighting because you can see
Oh.
right now.
Wait,
Oh, perfect, perfect. I will walk around and search the room then.
I would like to spend experience for a player intrusion.
Okay.
And
what we
I'm
got?
going to argue that it logically makes sense that the dog should be able to see, even limitedly, in the dark. I will spend an experience point for that.
Okay, so
Great,
this
yep.
is gonna be creating an ability, a temporary ability like that's normally a couple of experience. But you know what? You're logically arguing me with me 'cause
Anybody,
it's a
hey,
dog.
if we need more, who wants to pull in for this? Tell me it doesn't make sense.
I'll throw in one of my XP too as I go over and like
All
put
right.
my hand out to like shake.
Oh, all right, all right. So one experience from each of you. Rufus is gonna get some dark vision.
Okay.
I like it. I'm for it. We're gonna give you, let's say, what sounds fair, like a short distance. Then 15 meters.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. All right. So Rufus, your token should automatically be able to see in said darkness now.
Oh boy.
Not that you got to worry yet. You're still in a lit room. But yeah, you guys are standing there in a lit room with a big old door in front of you.
I would
What
be.
you like to do?
I think we should do what we. Go ahead.
Oh, before we do anything, I would be trying to convey that I'd be like, guys, I saw something shiny back there. I'm not sure what it is, but it was really nice. But all you guys hear is.
Yes, good boy. Good boy. Should we do what we always do for adventures and dungeons?
Bad guys?
You mean let Mayor Gruel go first?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Why do I
You're
have
so
to go
smart.
first?
After you, sir.
Yes, thank you for volunteering.
You're doing God's work.
Oddly enough, it's really funny, but
Listen
oddly
up,
enough,
he's-
your like wizard with a gun is actually the second tankiest party member because he's got like magical, he's scaly and he has like magical shit on him.
I'm busy looking for stuff. I'm like slowly rummaging through the room, like just looking for anything that I can find.
All right. You want to like search through the room to see if you can find anything? Go
Yeah.
ahead and what skills do you have here? Nothing that would really help. It'd just be an intellect task for me, please. You don't really find anything of note here. There's broken bits of wood that's mostly rotted.
It doesn't look like there's anything in the room really. All right, wait. Where are we going?
After you, sir.
Which way?
Lead the way, our noble leader who's been leading us this whole time.
I think there's only one door, dude.
Well, what about over here?
You just
That's
came
where
from
we
this
came in.
place.
Oh, that's where we came in from. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And I'll move over to the door and.
Now you notice I'm not working on a grid system. It's measured, so
Yeah.
Cypher works on distances of like immediate, short, long, very long, etc. You'll notice when you drag, it'll change in colors from like blue to green, and so on as it goes.
Yeah.
We'll explain that
Okay.
more as we do actual combat and stuff.
And I will open the door.
You open the door. The light shines out into a darkened room, and you see like a almost wall of crates in front of you. You see the light shimmering a little bit beyond the crates. You think that there's the crates themselves is not butt up against the wall. It's like in the middle of the room. You think there is empty space beyond those crates.
Oh right. I had a mechanic question because I did roll I think I rolled a nat 20 on that, right? Because I got a major effect.
Oh yes, thank you
On
for
my
reminding me.
initiative?
Yes, you had gotten a major effect on your initiative. Yes. Did you have an idea of something that would be cool to add to the gameplay, or would you like some suggestions?
A suggestion would be great.
Okay. All right. Now I got to come up with something because you were kind of in the middle of nowhere. So, suggestion. So, what I'm going to do, major effect when combat begins. You're probably going to go first, but I'm going to actually give you an extra action because you're at there ready. You know shit's about to hit the fan, and you're prepped for this. So when you get your first turn in combat, you're going to get to basically go twice.
Okay.
Also, one other thing I would like to note before we continue, because a lot of you are starting to miss points and whatnot. The recovery rolls, you can sort of heal yourselves. Think of it like a fighter's second wind in D&D. Everyone has recovery rolls, and they can be used in different amounts. Your first recovery roll only takes 1 action. The second one takes 10 minutes, then an hour, then 10 hours. And I think everyone is earning a D6 plus 1, except for maybe Rufus. I think he has a D6 plus 2. But there's a little like D20 icon you can click, and it rolls it for you if you want to heal yourself. It'll automatically check the check boxes for you. You can put the points, you can split the points up wherever you wish among your pools. But that's one of the main healing sources for you. And you've been here long enough. I would say you can probably use your 10-minute one as well if you wanted to. I just thought you guys may want to restore some of your points. You guys are, there's so many minimums.
And I feel like right now it would probably be worth like holding off until like I'm further down, or is it worth like just filling up just to fill up?
If you're only missing like a couple of points and you think you might like roll over, then you might as well wait. But you can split the points, remember, as well. So like you could put like 2 into one pool and 1 into another pool or something. So it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And where was the roll for that again?
So in your combat tab, there are there's the damage track and recovery rolls. There's a little D20 beside it that you can roll. It automatically does it for you. You have to manually place where the points are because you have to choose where they go.
Yeah. Okay. And do I check mark 1 and then roll it?
It'll check mark it for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
And you put the points where you want. All right. Unpaused. You can do your things again. I just thought you guys want to know that you can heal yourselves.
All right.
I will like wearily step into the room and just give everybody just enough to like get by me.
You're doing great.
So as you step into the room, we will pause again. So 2 things happen. First, you notice the closer you get to the crates, the more you're going to be able to see through them because Foundry's awesome that way. And actually, the closer you get to the crates, the more you will actually see on the other side. However, there are things on the other side of these crates that can see you perfectly fine. And that is when we're starting actual combat.
We appreciate your sacrifice.
Marigold, you can't quite see them yet, but you hear a clicking and clacking, like ratcheting sounds of something both to the east of you and to the south of you. And you realize that there are things moving there, dangerous things within the shadows. And you basically get 2 turns.
Hearing the click clacks, I don't know what this is quite yet. So yeah, I'm gonna move like right up to the boxes and
now you can see better.
Okay.
And you see this like deformed skeleton and tattered armor with like a bow and arrow sort of trained on you.
Merrickwell is going to be like, oh shit, and I guess he's gonna reach for his musket.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the musket.
All right. First action, you like point through the crates and shoot the musket at him. So when you're shooting your musket, there's going to be one adjustment you need to do here, because you're at like point blank range. So when you bring up the thing under, at the very bottom, you see where it says difficulty modifier eased by.
Yes.
Change that to 1, from 0 to 1.
Okay.
Because Cypher's oddly enough the opposite of D&D. You actually your attack is easier with a weapon when you're in point blank range.
Oh.
It's actually something I will house rule away because it starts to make ranged weapons better than melee weapons. But by the rules as written, ranged weapons are actually eased when you're in point blank range.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to run it stock there. Normally, if I run a campaign for future note, I run it that it's the opposite. I actually prefer it the way D&D would do it there. But for this one, we're just going to do it plain Jane as is. So yeah, so make
Okay.
sure it's set to eased by 1. So, and the skeleton doesn't look like it's too terribly hard to hit. Never mind. It's actually fairly decently hard to hit, but thankfully you are close enough that you don't have to worry about it jumping around. It's a fairly difficult roll.
Is there any effort that I can apply to this to ease this? Like, what is
You
what
can
does that
apply
do?
1 level of effort to ease it. Yes. So that
Okay.
would be, it would make it 1 level even easier than it already is.
Okay. And with that, does that takes from one of my pools, correct?
That should take from your speed pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might not right now. It probably says pool, any pool. Make sure you set that to speed because you're shooting, so it'd be for a ranged weapon. So make sure your pool in that basic modifiers at the top is set to speed.
For sure. Okay. Perfect. Ease by 2.
So yeah, it's
Alright,
eased
wonderful.
by 1, and you apply 1 effort to ease task by 1.
All right, and I will. Yeah, Miguel's gonna like kind of like lean in. He's gonna see the bow trained on him. He's gonna like immediately like whip out his musket as fast as he can, jam it into the hole, and just pull the trigger.
Do it up. All right. Yeah. 5 is enough. That's actually, yeah. They're hard things to hit because there's so many holes in them and stuff. It's a skeleton, but you did manage to hit it, and you did 6 points of damage. Actually, that's enough to do not tough per se. That is enough to take the skeleton out. You see the skeleton sort of like blast apart and fall shattered to the ground. You get a second turn because you got a nat 20.
And I guess like I will kind of like turn and be like, I'll see like this gun drop, and I'll like immediately turn and like I will charge down towards the other like sound that I was hearing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take a random guess at here.
Okay.
And I cannot see him.
There's no light source.
I'm gonna stab at it anyways.
Okay, so blindly stabbing
bayonet.
out. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm
So,
gonna see if I can find a hole in the boxes.
Okay, so with your bayonet, when you attack with it, the difficulty modifier down at the bottom where it says difficulty modifier eased by, switch that to hindered by.
Okay.
And put a 4.
A 4?
Because you have no idea where he is.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But you can use might or speed on this attack if you wish. I'd allow you to use either. But by default, I think it's usually might, but I'd allow you to sort of finesse it.
Yeah. All right. And here's the prey.
Okay. Yeah. So, damage inflicted. So you can either do 4 damage in a major effect or 8 damage. Would you like suggestions, or do you have some ideas?
I'll just take the damage.
Okay. Yeah, you need it, to be
Fuck
honest,
yeah.
actually, because he had 6.
Wreck it like
So-
Ralph.
He's down. He's down.
Okay.
And
And
that is going to
then
be it for you. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and then I guess like I'll hunker against the boxes. I don't think I have any more actions, right?
Yeah, that's you're right. That's it. And it does look the boxes are something you can easily crawl through, so that's not an issue.
All right. If I use my Shroud of Flame, does that make me luminescent?
Ooh.
It doesn't say it does, but I think that's wrong. I mean, you're literally on fire. So yeah, if you would like to use Shroud of Flame, I will make you illuminated. Is that what you would like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go all Flameo Hot Man. That cost me an intellect point,
okay.
correct?
But you have an edge of 1, so it actually costs you 0. Oh, sorry, no, your edge is in speed. Yeah, it does cost you an intellect.
All right. So drop down to 7, and that is my turn, and I will be back in 2 minutes. I can still hear you though.
Okay. All right, and I've lit him up, so he's actually emitting light now.
Nice.
Bashaba.
Yeah, Marisha. Oh, I'm going to pull out. Actually, no. Marisha and I are just gonna roam in.
Okay.
Uh,
And yeah, I'm just having her go on your turn, just like at the same time. So it's up to you.
yeah, that's what I figured. No need to make it more complicated than it has to be.
No.
I'm not really seeing anything out there.
You do know the closer you get to the boxes, the more you'll see as well.
Yeah, I think I moved my immediate distance though.
You move the immediate. Yeah, if you want to move, you can either move short and take no other action, or you can roll your speed task to try and do an action and move the short distance.
No, I kind of like where we are right now.
Okay.
We don't have to be right at the front and center.
You still haven't taken an action if you have something.
No,
you wanna do.
yeah, I'm gonna spend 2 intellect point. Sorry, I'm going to spend an intellect point to inspire aggression on Shenzu.
Inspire. Oh yeah, you're a speaker, aren't you? I forgot she was a speaker.
Yeah.
So asset unlight based attack rolls for around. Awesome sauce. He does indeed use those.
Like, come on, you flaming man! You can do more than that.
He's burning, and we'll give him. We'll just. Oops. This one. Oh, and we can get rid of your flying icons because you're not on a thingy anymore. There we go. All right, Rufus, the goodest boy.
Rufus hears commotion. Rufus is gonna go in.
So the it's 3 meters is your immediate distance. So if you want to move more than that, either it's your turn, like your action to move a greater distance, or you can do a speed task roll to try and move that distance and still move up to 15 meters and take an action.
I would try and do a speed task to run up here and just jump on top of these crates.
Okay, so go ahead and do a speed task for me, please. That is just a straight speed. Actually, you don't have running. Yeah, just a straight speed task for me, please. I'm doing the easy speed tasks in this one, so you're only trying to hit like a 2. You're fine.
Okay.
It's like what I did with the WFO. Normally it's like a 4, but
I would just run up here and just start barking.
Yeah, you can move much further in if you want to.
I can use 15. Okay, so yeah,
15 meters down.
I will do that. I will.
And I'm sorry for all the American friends that I'm using. I'm so used to using metric on my Cypher.
I will.
There you go.
Okay, and I will. I run in barking, and then all of a sudden I just stop because they're out. So I'm like, burp. That's about it.
All right. Russell.
Oh, yes, wonderful. You have dispatched of the things. Excuse me, Marisha.
You just like walk through her.
Excuse me. I'm gonna roll a speed just because.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm doing the WFO easy speed tests.
Good. Oh, they're just run-of-the-mill skeletons. I see. Would I know anything about these guys?
Roll your monster lore, please. It's not an action to do so. You can just roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna like poke at it with the end of my loot and wonder which particular style of skeleton this is.
All right. Skeletons of this style are known. You basically have to double tap them. If you take them out, they will reform again and immediately attack you if you do not smash them to bits after taking them out.
Well, these guys are gonna get back up. Just so everybody knows, there's no. Was that my action to figure that out?
No, you haven't actually done an action yet.
Yes. So hit them while they're down, I guess. And I'll pull out my bow and I'll take a shot at the one like behind the crates here.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Go up. And they're significantly easier to hit when they're disassembled like that. So difficulty 2 is enough when they're disassembled. Yes. So that is going to do what? 4 points of damage. Okay, this one is actually dead.
See, like that. Watch, he's getting up right now. That's my turn.
And then yeah, this guy reassembles, and kind of like backs up a little, just a little. And is going to fire at Murgwell. Murgwell, you're getting an arrow headed your direction. How would you like to defend? You can just dodge out of the way with the speed defense, or if you can think of something odd, feel free to let me know. But usually it's just like a speed defense.
Okay.
Oh, no,
And I
not
don't have
wrong.
like any of my stuff active right now, right? Like I have like resonance field, but an action to initiate. I don't think I've initiated it, right?
You have not initiated that yet. No. The things like your ward is always up, which is why your armor is so fucking chunky.
Yeah. Alright,
For being a wizard.
Yeah, I hear like the twang of the bow, and I just try and grab a box and like slam it in the way.
All right. We'll say that's part of your like speed defense. So go ahead and roll your speed defense for me, please. Damn. Nice. All right. You are able to like it. You hear the thunk of it like hitting into the box, and it completely misses you. A minor effect. Let's see here. So minor effect, you're just gonna get like a little boon of some kind. I'm gonna say that you've moved the boxes enough that there's a clear view of him now. So you know what I'm gonna do? I want to do this. That is the wrong one. I am going to do this to say that you've moved the boxes. Everyone can sort of clearly see where he is now. I've changed the wall type. So he is visible to everybody. All right. That was his turn. And Murgwell, you get to go now as your turn.
Wonderful. I will, with that, like, I guess moving the boxes around, being able to see them, I'm gonna like prop my bayonet back up onto or not my bayonet, my musket onto the boxes, and I'm gonna pop off another shot. Do I have to reload the musket?
I'm not dealing with ammo for this particular run.
Okay.
So I'm not worried about that.
Alright, yeah, I will take a shot at him then.
Okay. So in your combat, go ahead and roll your musket there.
Okay.
You think once he's up, he is pretty difficult to hit as a skeleton. So you're looking at a fairly high roll.
That's okay.
A 1 is definitely not enough. So
The
yeah,
dust of the boxes gets in my eyes, and I'm just like.
All right, yeah, you unfortunately miss. You can spend an experience to reroll if you wish, or we could just be done and move to the next person.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it. I can. Is it like action economy that I can like kind of move? Like I can take the shot and then like duck back behind like other boxes to.
Yeah, you can still
hide.
move up to
Okay.
3 meters away.
Yeah. Miguel's gonna like be like, oh, there's one more down here, and he's gonna like slide off to the side to let somebody else with better vision through.
All right, perfect.
Well, I'm gonna run up and try
Shenzo.
and deck this guy with my stick.
You are on fire. You've also had inspiring aggression put on you.
Nice. All right,
Which
so
is
I'm gonna
asset. Yeah.
swing away. So do I have to
Okay,
add
so-
anything on this now? Or-
Yeah. So on it, you see that's the fourth box down assets. You're gonna want to add an asset onto that because your Bashaba there has somehow inspired
Right.
aggression on you.
All right. Well, I think he's getting a good
my
snack.
gosh.
Oh my
Very
god!
much hit. My god. Yeah, that smacks it down. But it's normally 6. Okay. Or a minor effect. I'm gonna give, if you would like, because you don't need the extra damage as the minor effect. I would like, so you don't have to double tap this guy to keep him
Okay.
down.
Yeah, I'm gonna just baseball bat his head into the wall.
There you
That's
go.
why.
Yeah. So like with you like still on fire, come up with your wooden bow staff and just like smack the head clean off. The thing just like to dust, completely gone.
Thanks for cleaning
and
the path, guys.
that is the end of this particular combat.
Now allow me to sing you a song that tells you why you should double tap skeletons. Bust out the lute and just start singing, like, very high falsetto.
Bashaba walks over and like claps Rassel on the back, like, best friend, play a good tune.
Oh, you don't like this one? It's so educational, though, full of lore.
No, it does not make me want to dance like this. And she does like one of these.
I just start chewing on the skeleton's leg.
I'm gonna search the skeletons.
All right. You guys, you're gonna search around in the skeletons and whatnot.
Yeah, like the crates and the
I-
skeletons. Like there's a
Yeah.
box open behind me, barrels.
Yeah, 1 second here. I forgot I was supposed to give you a bin of something in this room as well. So you are going to find some shit. Three, 4, 5. And then one of these each. Okay. Yeah, let's. There you go.
Wow.
You found various potions spread throughout the room. It looks like they had been storing a bunch of them, but the undead don't really need them. So yeah.
I will point at the box to everybody and be like, hey, there's a lot of stuff in here for everybody. Everybody should grab something.
Oh my.
Oh, yes.
And these particular potions are all set to, each of them restores 5. Sometimes the potions are set to be like a variable amount. I just standardized it for this one to make it faster.
Yeah,
you
I'll
don't
just
have to
take
look
one of
through
the
them.
normal ones.
So the health ones restore your might pool, the mana ones are your intellect, and the restoration, the green ones, are your speed.
Where are you seeing this stuff at?
The little
Little magnifying glass up
glass.
here. You gotta move your character close and double click on it.
If nobody else minds, I wouldn't mind grabbing that potion of mana just in case.
Rufus apparently
grab it.
can't see in the chest.
Really?
Yeah, I
weird.
mean, I use speed for a lot of my things, but it looks like the speed bush is gone.
Yeah, Shenzu grabbed it already.
Here, Rufus, I can just get you a potion because there's just the health potions left. Let me remove one. I'll
Yeah.
just give you a health potion.
That's fine.
That's weird. Everyone
I
else
don't-
it worked.
I don't have thumbs.
That's why. Yeah. There we go. See, in your artifacts, in your equipment, there's a potion of health. So when you use it, it just gives you 5 back to your might pool.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you use it, but I mean, a dog will figure it out. I've seen dogs like break open cans of pop and stuff before. So.
Yeah.
I think there's still a potion of health left. I think.
There
it's
is. There's still
in there.
one left.
Anybody might focus?
Might as my secondary thing.
I am.
Is
in
anybody
speed,
missing
so-
might from their might pool right now? Because I could use it to restore my missing might.
Take her away at
nobody.
BHG.
Bashaba, Rassel a little bit. Bashaba, you're the one that's hurting the most.
Okay, then I will take it and use that one. And they're just.
By the way, if you want to quickly see, the party overview should be set up in the actors tab. There's like the party overview button. It'll just give you the breakdown of everybody. If you want to metagame it.
Yeah, Bashaba grabs the other one, just immediately like slams it back, like, ooh, cherry.
Yeah. All right. So you have a to the south of you is a door, another like ironbound wooden door. Seems to be in okay shape, a little bit old, a little bit decrepit.
Megrul, my man. The leader. We follow you.
My musket considered like a two-handed weapon? Like, would I be able to carry a torch and my musket?
The musket's a two-handed weapon. Yeah, because it's a heavy weapon. Yeah, musket's a two-handed. It's a
Can I
musket.
just tie a torch to the end of my musket?
I mean, you just keep hanging out next to me. I'm literally on fire.
If you want to tie a torch to the end of your musket, you could, but I'm gonna say that's gonna hinder your attacks with it by 1, because it like unbalances it.
Fair. Nah, we'll not do that. You said that we have the availability for the second, like, rest, right?
Well, if you
I
want
only
to take
took
10
my-
minutes now, you could. I mean, when you were standing in the other room, you were there for at least 10 minutes. If you guys want to wait
Okay.
here 10 minutes and do like, a little short rest, you could.
I would prefer not to, but if we're needing it, we're needing it.
It'd be like 10 minutes rummaging through all this stuff anyway, right?
That's true. All right. Yeah, you were rummaging through stuff. So yeah, if you want to use your 10 minutes, might as well. If you need it.
Just
Oscar,
look
go.
over and Rufus has like a femur in his mouth from one of the skeletons.
Woof.
Okay.
Uh,
And
Oh, sorry. There was one other thing. I meant to actually roll a couple of random ciphers while you were here. Let's give you a couple. Let's give you a couple of ciphers. More than that, please. Thank you. So in the same bin where the potions were, I've given you a couple of random ciphers. If anyone had used any ciphers, you can replace some slots or dropped any ciphers. I have no idea what I just gave you. Adding 2 to their armor? Oh, I'm regretting
Yeah.
giving you shit.
The force armor. I mean, I'm kind of the tank. Any
is one woman
any
that's my
arguments?
Oh,
Nope.
both of those are nice.
I mean, tank or not, you're definitely taking the lead, so you might as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, technically, Rufus is the tank. He's got like a 4 armor. But yeah, you're the one taking the lead.
Yeah, I have thumbs. I can open the door.
Thumbist.
That's a little
I'll take the-
doggist, yeah.
I'll take the numbing ray if nobody else wants. Going once,
Take
going
it.
twice.
Take it.
Take it. So the oh, and I didn't identify them. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just about to ask.
There we go. No, technically, there's a rule about identifying ciphers. I think it's kind of tedious, so I don't bother with it, to be honest. So the force armor lasts at least like a day, doesn't it? For the
Yeah,
next
for the next
day.
day.
Yeah, so you can just use it right now, and then
Okay. Yeah, I will do that then.
So we'll just archive it so that you know it's still there. It's just grayed out, but we know it's been used.
Yeah.
So you
It's
get
also plus 3.
oh, is
Cypher's
it?
level 5.
Oh, you're right. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Let me give you a quick armor thingy here. Force armor rating 3, not 30, 3.
Armor rating 30. Could you imagine?
Oh my god, your armor is 5 now. Okay.
It's strong.
Yeah.
It's
All
okay.
right.
I'll probably lose it in another intrusion. So.
Facts.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right. All right. Everybody good? Am I okay to open the door?
Yep.
Do it.
All right.
Go.
I will like bring my musket up and kind of like try and force open the door, and it seems to be locked.
All right. So how are you trying to force open? You're just like pushing it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like SWAT kick it. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
kick my way through this thing.
Awesome.
Like
I would
FBI
like
open up.
to propose a GM intrusion on you. If you refuse it, it costs you 1 experience point. If you accept it, you get an experience point and get to give an experience point to someone else as well.
All right.
It is in the
RIP my
chat
force
to
number,
the
but I
right.
will take it.
Okay, it is in the chat to the right. You can click accept and choose who gets the other one.
Oh.
Bishaba.
Oh,
All right.
thank you.
All right. Awesome. To this day, I can count on one hand out of all the campaigns I run the amount of times someone has not accepted a GM intrusion. People are just too curious. Yeah. So Murgwell, before I deal with the intrusion, go ahead and I would like a might task from you, please, to open this door forcefully. Don't forget to give yourself the 2 assets for having, like, I'm assuming you're using like the explosive powder if you're forcing it open. It's up to you. You don't have to.
I'm not gonna use it on this.
Okay. It's just a
Good.
might task for me then.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Oh.
ease it as well. So
Yeah.
by 1.
Effort to ease task.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and spend the effort as part of it. Yep. 2 is not enough for the door, unfortunately. It was, however, enough to trigger the explosive trap on the door, which is what my GM intrusion was, to fuck with you a little bit. So you are in response. You are going to take 3 points to your might of fuck. Wait a minute. I said explosive. You have fire resistance, don't you? 1 point
I
to
do.
your might pool.
All right. Wonderful.
Correction.
Because you're a dragon.
He's a Dargon.
So yeah, you took 1 point to your might pool. That was probably not worth the experience on my part.
and what happens to the door with that?
So the door is still jammed shut. Like I said, it is an iron-bound wooden door, so like you can see through parts of it, but it is still very much like bound.
All right, I'm gonna look back and be like, hey, anyone have a key?
A key.
Or
Yeah, did anyone
This-
find anything?
this door. What is it, boy? Do you have a key? Timmy fall down the well?
So Rufus, I'm going to make a suggestion because you guys have things called player intrusions where you can kind of become the GM for a moment.
Mhm.
If you wanted to spend an experience point because you're the only one that knows about the keys, you could have found them at the bottom of the ramp.
Oh, well, shit. Yes, I will do that.
All right. So yeah, spend an experience point, and I mean it's up to you whether you like they're in your mouth or like you've pawed them towards them. or-
I would literally like, since the bottom of the ramp is just right back here, I would literally like spit my femur out and run back and come running up with him and just sit down like right next to him. Give him the sad eyes, like.
So yeah, Rufus comes back with like his golden ring of it's like a janitor's ring of keys.
No. I will pat him on the head and then take them and immediately try and just rummage through the keys to see which one fits.
All right. Yeah. After a moment, you're able to unlock the door.
Bashaba pulls out like a little piece of beef jerky and like feeds it to Rufus, pets his head in the scruff of his neck, and goes, "Good boy, Rufus. Good boy."
Before we go on to the next room, why don't we take this time to take a little 5-minute break? Just get up, stretch, use the washroom if you need it. I figure this is pretty good time for it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So we will be right back if anyone is watching. And yeah.
Fucking great one shot so far, kid.
Thanks.
I also recognize this room.
Yes. you will have recognized then the next area as well. You'll recognize both.
That's good. I like to see maps.
I didn't feel
get
like
some
making
play.
new maps.
I mean, we've made so many fucking maps. Like you might as well, when you have a chance, use them in another something else.
Yeah. And I was pretty proud of these maps too. They turned out pretty good, so. I guess I might as well use the washroom as well. What the hey? What the hey? I'll be right back. There we go. Sit here and chat for a moment.
Oh, back.
Thank you. So hopefully he's not feeling too rushed. I find with the one shots, it's good to keep the pace go. Otherwise, we're gonna be here for 5 hours.
That's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I am definitely confused on the system a little bit, but it doesn't really seem that bad. Like, you obviously know what you're doing, so it makes it a very streamlined process. Like, you, BHG, Adam, you guys are all fantastic DMs, so you guys keep it
Oh, that's
moving very easily.
Oh, Joda, flattery will get you everywhere.
I know.
Ooh, woo.
It's a very creative system. Once again, 90% of the system comes down, well, 99% of the system really comes down to a task roll. It's just, you're just rolling off of one of the pools. You can apply effort if you want. There may be some adjustments like ease or assets or hindrances. And then, I mean, that's the majority of it, right? But
Yeah.
that's what lets you be creative about it, because like whether you're rolling to stab someone in the nose or intimidate them, it's the same type of roll. So you can handle a situation however you want.
Yeah. And it only like the difference is whether it's a dexterous speed or a physical might type.
And as a GM, what I usually do is I just tell you which one of those pools it's based off of. It's up to you to negotiate with me if there's a skill you have you think might apply, because there's no skill list in Cypher. There's no set list of skills.
Okay.
So there are times where it'd be like you have a skill in running or you have a skill in jumping, but then there's like things like you have a skill in all pleasant social interactions or interactions with a certain alien race, or like there's like they're almost more like situations.
You can even spend experience if you like, if there's a skill that you want or think you should have. Like I could be like, all right, I'm gonna spend these 4 points and now I'm trained in blowjobs. and if
I could do that,
you could be skilled in anything. Oh my god.
Yeah, one of your character advancements that you can do is to give yourself like a skill. For 2 points, you can give yourself a hyper-specific skill. Like, I'm good at hacking systems only within this certain office building.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of little like benefits like that. I think one of the main things a lot of people have issues adapting to is they're not used to a narrative system where you can take control as a player for a while, like with the player intrusions. You see that in other systems like Fate, or even to a degree like Powered by the Apocalypse. But in something like D&D or Pathfinder, you're used to only having agency over your character. But you're kind of a partial GM in systems like this.
That's right.
You can tell me.
If I say a motherfucking dog can see in the dark, motherfucking dog can see in the goddamn dark.
Yeah.
So I urge my players to haggle with me as far as this stuff's concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, I think the biggest thing for me is like I very much am a like go with the flow, like ad lib kind of thing. But like if you're like, hey, think of something that you want, I'm like, I have no idea.
That's a personal thing. That's not really a Cypher thing. That's just something I tend to do in one-shots, because I like people to add their own little like flavor. They get to determine part of the story, whether it ends up in play or not.
Damn it.
Like when you hit me with a question, you're like, what did you bring to the thing? I was like, I have no fucking clue. Like I am so lost right now. I'm panicking.
Like in our Postmasters of the Universe one-shot, they start out falling from a cargo plane that's exploding actively ahead of them and stuff like that. And I asked BHG, like, what did you do that was bad on the plane? And he's like, oh, I killed the pilot. I'm the reason it's crashing. I'm like, oh my God.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have looked at me funny.
I was just about to say, like, for thinking of stuff on the spot like that, I always just think of something super dramatic.
Yeah.
That's where, like killing the pilot or being in love with somebody who has a wife.
Yeah. I just
and once
like,
again, that's a me thing. Not every GM's going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was like, I don't know, like, what I was thinking, like, when I did my thing. I was just like, some kind of something to open a lock, and like just any kind of fashion of sorts, because like that's the only thing that I could really like sitting there. And you were like, oh yeah, you fashioned a little thing out of like gunpowder, and I was like, perfect. The only thing I was thinking of was like a key that fits in any lock, or like a set of lock picks that I was, okay with. But no, but like if you give me a prompt, I can work with a prompt. But like Like if you give me a base idea, like 100% I can just flow with it. But like if you're like come up with something new out of thin air, I'm like, my brain is just TV static all the time. Please don't
Like
do
I
this
said,
to me.
don't worry, that's just a me thing, not a Cypher
I'm back.
thing.
Welcome back.
I mean, technically not just a you thing, because I picked that up from you, so when I run Cypher,
That's
Yeah.
true.
you should probably still expect some put-on-the-spot moments.
Because I do that in any system, no matter what I'm running. I kind of, for one-shots especially, I tend to do that.
Yeah.
One thing I'm ruthlessly stealing, and I'm actually going to be putting in the Void Home book itself, is I really like the idea of rumors. So when you make your characters in a campaign, everyone writes down a number of rumors equal to the number of other players. And they can be lies, truths, or half-truths. And then, but you don't tell them what it is, and then you spread the rumors to the other players, and it's the rumor about your character. So this way your characters know things about each other, but they may be lies, they may not be lies.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
That's really cool. I like that.
Everyone gets a different story, and then
Yeah.
they start arguing about it. No, it was this ruin.
Yeah, I really like that. So I'm definitely gonna be stealing that in like future campaigns and stuff.
No. I was curiously googling items when you gave me the idea. I was like, what can I even cipher through?
Yeah, and player intrusions, you can do all sorts of things with them. Little things from like like doing extra damage, or little mechanical adjustments, or like the example I give all the time is I had people go up to this like house that was boarded up with bandits inside, and they thought there was only two, like an entrance in the front and the back, but a player did a player intrusion to say, no, we played around here when we were kids, and I remember there being a storm cellar entrance under those bushes there, and I'm like, well, now there's a storm cellar entrance. Cool.
I'm pretty sure that was a game you streamed. I'm pretty sure I was there for that.
Maybe. I think so. It was one of the older
or
ones.
you've told that story before.
I might have told the story before too. Yeah, no, I've had players do stuff like that. In Totem, I had someone do something different, similar, where there was like an access hatch. Yeah,
I think it was the Freak Man. I think it was Drew.
I think that was Cal actually.
Was it Cal?
I'm pretty sure it was Cal that did that. With his character. Although to this day, the Freakman, as run by Drew, is probably one of the funniest characters, hands down, I've ever seen in a game ever.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
It was like being in a fucking player group with Alex Jones.
Yeah. It's so good. The shit they came up with. Are we all back?
I think so.
Count your
Yeah.
back, right?
Si, senor.
All right. Yeah, I think we're all back. All right, sweet. All right, let's go. I got rid of one too many. How are we doing on time here? I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. All right, unpaused. The door has been opened, well, unlocked, thanks to the key that Rufus found, because the dog apparently is the one that notices these things. The rest of you are just kind of meat puppets going through this thing. So, what are you guys doing?
Good
I'm
dog.
gonna continue trying to like bust in here like SWAT, so we'll wing the door open and just pull the musket up right away.
Yep. Kapow! The door opens. That's what you see.
Jagger.
Alright, Shen, stick close. And I will like move into the door.
Yes.
All right.
After you, sir.
I'm
It
moving
is
everything
a
from-
very dark room. You see to the north, there's this weird giant glowing skull thing, and then you see this like wooden spiked palisade wall across to what seems to be a small stream. And now you can see it much better, thanks to Shenzo being on fire.
I'm also taking off another intellect to go and fire again because you said it was more than 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It
I'm
only
gonna
lasts-
reuse it anyway though. So
A character advancement throat goat.
Oh. I will stay in front.
All right. And Rufus, are you going in with them?
Is this broken sword
Okay.
hilt actually here in
Sure.
the scene?
Sure.
I'd like to pick it up.
All right. Well, before I pause, I'll say that you and Rufus could like get up a little bit further if you wanted. Broken sword hilt. Yeah, if you want a broken sword hilt, sure. It is just that it is a broken sword hilt, sure.
Okay.
You guys see to the north of you, there's like a pile of junk and this like glowing skull thing going on. And as you're getting across the bridge, that is when we are going to have some issues going on for you guys. I have too few guys. Why? There we go. He should be there. There we go.
Let's scared him off.
Yeah, apparently. Can I get initiatives from you guys, please? And skeletons are terrifying in Cypher.
Motherfuck.
Yeah, skeletons, they're only a level 2 creature, but if they attack with their bow, it's 5 damage. And if 4 of them attack together at once, they count as a level 7 creature.
Jesus.
But I mean, that's all four of their turns together. All right. Who are we missing here?
I think I just broke something pressing the wrong button.
We're missing
Shenzo?
Jen
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, you might have clicked pay instead of
Probably.
roll.
Maybe.
Whoa. Okay. So we got some minor effects. No, we got a GM intrusion on Bashava. That's fun.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. All right, Bashava. So we're gonna deal with you first with your awesome roll here. So you're like inspecting this dagger, this sword hilt that's broken or whatever. And when things happen, I'm gonna say that you're distracted because of what is going on. So you're gonna be hindered on. You're probably gonna get fired at or shot at or whatnot. You're gonna be hindered on your next task.
Cool.
That would involve anything except this hilt that you're focused on.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I get something fancy for my minor effect?
So the minor effects, I can't think of too much. Minor effects are optional if we can think of something cool. Otherwise, the book just tells you to like move on. You two of you got minor effects out of this. You know what? Minor effects. I'm going to give it to you guys. If you guys get fired at from these, because you can't really see them past the palisade wall, I'm going to say that you're not going to get as hindered as you would have. You're a little more prepared, and that is for Mergwell and Shenzo.
Sounds good.
So yeah, Shenzo, you're first.
All right, I'm going to advance.
All right. So it is 3 meters. You can do 3 meters and an action, or you can do a speed task to try and go either further and do an action.
So 3 meters, you said?
You can do 3 meters and an action. You
Okay.
can move 15 meters without an action, or you can move 15 meters with an action, but it means you need a speed roll to do it.
All right, I'm going to do the speed roll.
Okay. And I am doing the easy ones. You only got to hit a 2, difficulty of 2.
Failure.
That is difficulty of 1. So you only get to move a immediate, like 3 meters, and then do an action.
Game's paused.
Oh, yeah, that's what my bad.
3 meters. How much is it without an action again? 15.
Yes, you can move. You can move 15 if you were trying to. If you didn't do an action.
There we go. Hi
right,
guys.
you can see a bunch of them
beat
now.
you up.
Hell yeah. All right, Murgwall,
All right.
your light source is leaving you.
Double check. Okay, so this is an action. Is with my ability for far step, is that a particular, like, is that a distance? It says land some distance away.
Lanson, this is away. Within long range, so that is 30 meters.
30.
Anywhere on this map, basically.
Okay. And so it's if actually, can I use? I'll use the speed task for the movement and action. What is the movement with the speed task? It's 15, right?
Yes.
With the speed roll. Okay.
Yeah. Then you can do movement and an action.
Okay. Absolutely. I will take that
So
then.
do the speed task first, and then if you fail it, you're not able to actually do both. Like that. Yeah, GM intrusion. Are you accepting that, or would you like to spend an experience to re-roll?
I will spend an experience.
Okay, that's fair. If you want to do the re-roll, it's right in the chat there. It's hard to see, but there's a little like D20 icon right on your roll there. If you click at it, it
okay.
actually re-rolls it for you with all the same adjustments and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, that is enough. You're good. Now you can do the 15 meters and actually do shit.
Okay. We'll go 10 this way. And what can I see? I can only see 2 of them right now. Or 3.
You can see 3 of them.
Yeah, can I get behind him? Wait, no.
Sure.
No, that's a bad idea. Shen's right there. I'm gonna go up to this guy. We get in between them.
Yeah, it's trying to snap you to that 3 meter mark.
I want to go just a little bit off to the side here. Yeah, that's probably enough.
There you go.
And then my action is actually going to be. I'm gonna do my dragon's breath.
Whoa.
And
How big is Dragon's Breath?
it is a 30-foot line.
You breathe out a blast of energy in an immediate area. No, it's 3 meters.
3 meters. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
3 meter area. So you'll be able to hit the one guy in front of you.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was longer then. Nah, forget
No,
that.
it's just
I'm
a
musketing
like
this
a
dude.
conical blast. Okay. Because you're point blank and we're running raw, you can give yourself it eases it by 1
He's by 1. Okay.
because you're point blank and they can't dodge this.
Beautiful. A 5.
5 will be enough, just enough actually. And then is going to be damage inflicted 6. Okay, he is downed. And that is it for you.
Was he up in the air?
No, well,
I actually close
he
enough?
was up on. Oops, this guy's supposed to be 3 meters as well. He's up on. This is like the walkway for the palisade.
Okay.
So he's 3
Am
meters
I-
up because he's up the stairs.
Yeah. Am I up that palisade? Like, does this?
So you'd be like halfway up. So we'd see you'd be like 1.5 meters up.
Okay, I just want to make sure mechanically, like, I was in range to be able to still get the ease. Okay.
Oh yeah. You're fine.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
We're
And,
a little looser in Cypher. Rufus. All right, bye. What you got?
Yeah. I smell the same smell as my delicious bone I had earlier.
So if you want to move all the way over there and in action, we'll need a speed task first.
Yeah, I was measuring that out. So it's 15 in an action if I pass my speed task.
That is correct.
Get me learning stuff. Old guys can learn stuff. Okay. So
I'm proof of that.
is it the combat speed and the skills?
So in your it's just a straight up speed task because you don't have running or anything. So it's just your middle pool there from the might, speed, intellect. There's
Oh,
a little
okay.
D20 beside
Okay.
it. Just right from there. Oh, that wasn't enough though. So you're only able to move 3 meters and do an action, or the 15 meters but no action.
Well, Rufus is not going to let his friends get hurt because he protect. So he's going to do the 8, and the 5 gets me to like right here. I guess we'll move right here, so we're not on top of not on top of each other. There you go.
Yeah, because that was 8, and then you still had 7 left over, so you can get there.
I'm just gonna start barking at this guy since I can't really do anything.
You're kind of low in experience right now. How about I offer you a GM intrusion? Would you like to accept it for an experience point plus an experience point to someone else? Or, well, you can't really refuse it because you don't have any experience points.
I can't refuse it, so looks like I'm signing with the devil here.
So you can click the accept button in the chat there, and you can choose who the other experience point goes to.
Who's low?
Let's see here.
I still have 2.
Party overview. Bashaba's the only person that's at 1 right now.
Oh, we'll give it to Bashaba because I remember because of the dark vision.
Aw.
There we go.
Thank you.
Teamwork. I love it when people like pump the experience points into each other for that teamwork stuff. Anyways, so Doggo, my furry and flammable companion, as you squeeze under the man on fire, thinking you could be safe about it, you are kind of light yourself on fire. You're going to take 2 points to your might, and until you put yourself out, you will still be taking might points every turn of yours. As you're on fire now, but you're in this position that you want to be.
Yay! Okay.
Rassel
like was taking out his guitar, about to play another song, and then he sees the dogs on fire.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
I'm
god.
sprinting over to put him out.
All right. I'm not gonna make your roll for that. That's just that you can just it expends your action, but you're literally like putting the dog out or whatever. Okay.
What's the major effect for the 20?
Oh yeah, you did get a 20, eh?
Ooh, can I light the skeleton on fire?
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you like put him out by like rolling him into the skeleton, lighting the skeleton on fire.
Yeah.
I am for it. I'm not even gonna make a roll for that one. You just you transfer the fire from the dog to the skeleton, thus causing 2 damage to the skeleton as well.
Amazing.
Wow. Okay, I love that. You just come over, and just slam the dog into the skeleton.
Good boy, don't burn to death.
Oh fuck. All right, this skeleton is coming up here. You know what? He was over here. He was like aiming at a range. But Shaba, we still got an arrow coming at you. I got this skeleton that is shooting towards you right now.
Well, that's not nice.
It is a very difficult, especially with their height advantage and the fact that you can't see them so well, and the fact that you are being hindered by one. You're gonna have a hell of a time on this roll.
Hey,
letting you know now.
Can I offer a player intrusion?
Yeah.
He shoots me instead.
All right.
Russell yells out, "Hey, you skeleton bitch! Shoot me, not her. Look at how tough I am with my guitar."
I will give it to you. I like that. Go spend your 1 experience point, and Bishaba, you hear this like clicking sound, and then you guys see that this arrogant skeleton fires at Rassel instead. Still going to be a tough roll. Not gonna lie, it does have a height advantage, and these things are really good with a ranged weapon. But yeah, you're at least not hindered like Bishaba is.
The speed
Just gonna
defense.
remove it. Bishaba's hindrance is not going to come into play. Yes, please. Yes, please. Your luck has been turning. Let me tell you what.
Wow,
So
Rassel.
definitely misses. Can you think of like a minor effect?
And I like pretend I'm about to run to my left, so he's gonna like lead the shot and then stop, so he shoots his skeleton friend for like a point or 2 of damage.
You know, I will give 1 point. When,
Yes.
Like he sort of wings him a little bit, so it's not a full attack, but So this is the on fire one.
Yeah, because fuck that skeleton.
All right. All right. Yeah. I like it. Jesus. All right. This skeleton reforms. He's already at maximum, so he's good. So Murgwell, the one that you like shot down, actually like reforms and aims his bow at you, shooting you point blank. Gonna be a difficult role to defend against. How would you like to defend?
I guess just try and butt his bow away as best I can with the nose of my gun. Kind of like
All right.
knock it to the side.
All right. I would still just call this a speed defense for now.
And does my
Either
armor
speed defense or
take
your
damage?
weapons gun. If you get hit, your armor will lower the incoming damage.
Okay.
Armor lowers incoming damage unless it's something specific. Like for instance, Rufus has a good armor, but it's not against fire. That just would have been against attacks, so Rufus's armor didn't come into play there.
Okay.
So like yours, if you get attacked, your armor will lower it, just like you have special armor against just fire. All right, that is not enough. So he is still hitting you, and that is going to be 5 damage. You have 5 armor. Gosh, you're
Wow.
tanky. Yeah, unless you roll really badly, he is unable to hurt you. You got all the magical protections right now. He shoots at you and nothing happens. You just eat it. This guy is actually this guy, because he's on this guy, the fire just eats him. Honestly, he's not even getting back up. He's just dead. Good job, Rassel.
That's good.
Bishaba.
Bishaba. We're gonna roll for the action. I'm rolling for the action that's speed?
Speed task. If you have running or movement or something, that would play as well.
Perfect.
2 is enough. We're running the eased rolls, so yeah, 2 is enough.
Yep. And Bishaba is going to, like, Bishaba's eyes are going to glow like this brilliant white as she captures the focus of the skeleton and starts speaking in a language that no one can understand, just like this weird gibberish, and is going to enthrall.
All right. Yeah, that would be an intellect task.
Yeah, I'm gonna use an effort, and of course, my wife is gonna be there to also be like speaking the same language and like also capturing the attention of this thing.
Yeah. It's like, although she can do her own things, the fact that she can just give you infinite assets, it's super nice. Yeah, he's enthralled. something hardcore. This is the grumpy skeleton, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say the minor effect is that it's gonna stumble over its over its feet and basically like make itself prone for the rest
I
of the
like
round.
that. I like that. All right. Oh, I'm up for that.
Okay. And that's Bashaba.
Shenzo. So the one you were next to is dead. Like
All
dead,
right.
dead.
So, sorry for the clarification. How do player intrusions exactly work?
So you spend an experience point and, well, sorry, you offer to do a player intrusion. Let me know what you want to happen. And this is, you could be declaring a story detail or doing something funky, like even getting like extra attacks or something like that. And then if I accept it, you spend an experience point and we do the thing.
All right. I would like to propose a player intrusion where I'm going to use my bow staff to vault over Merguez, like Merguel, like just to so I don't light him on fire, and then I come down and land with my feet hitting the grumpy skeleton as an unarmed attack.
Oh, I like that. All right. Yeah, no. You can spend the experience, no roll necessary. You're just gonna vault over him as like this cinematic thing. Landing right on Grumpy Skeleton and do your attack. I'll even give you, you know what? I'll give you an asset for the forces involved in this as well.
Sounds good.
So you can add an asset on the roll.
Away we go. Not particularly great, but it was cool.
That is actually all you need for the skeleton, believe it or not.
Sweet.
You did 6 with the extra from that. That's actually going to, yeah, because he was prone and enthralled and everything. You actually managed to Goomba stomp him. Actually, you're on fire. He is just dead. He is just dead.
That was
So
fun. I
because-
want to try that again.
Because Bashaba kind of set you up there, you were able to like insta stomp him instead of just damaging him.
Good work, guys.
You watch as the skeleton goes down. Bashaba like stops focus of the spell that her nose starts bleeding.
Oh. All right, 11. Mergwell.
Is this
There's one
the
guy up
skeleton's
there.
like dead now, right?
Yeah,
So-
it's completely scattered and slightly on fire thanks to Shenzo.
Glad to help.
Alright, I'm going to I'm gonna do another speed test to move and shoot again.
Okay.
This 10.
You're good.
Okay, perfect.
Difficulty 3.
big.
You're more than fine.
I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna take my musket, and I would like to propose an intrusion for the GM.
Oh.
I'm gonna take my shot at him, but I want to hit him in a way that's going to knock him over and into the water. want you to
Oh,
push him.
okay. All right. So you're basically if you hit, you're trying to do a major effect on him. Tell you what, roll
Major
your
effect?
attack.
Okay.
Yeah, basically you're doing like an effect to like knock him or whatever, right? So roll your
Yeah.
attack first. Don't spend the experience point.
Okay.
Because I still want you to roll to attack, but if you hit him, then we'll spend the experience point and you can do the push.
Okay.
Yeah. I like it.
And I'm gonna ease it as well by 1.
Sure. Well, the other thing you can do if you wanted, instead of apply for ease, you can also do effort to apply extra damage. Every level of effort you apply for extra damage is 3 extra to the damage. So I'm just letting you know that's an option.
Okay. Yeah. How much damage would I need to overkill him to avoid double tapping, or is double tapping for sure?
I'm going to say you'd probably need a total of about 12 damage if you wanted to do something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I would never make that. So. Okay.
Like it's a fair amount.
Yeah. I would have to. I think I would have to like 3 levels that, or four levels. So
And you guys can only apply 1 level of effort right now because you
perfect.
new baby characters.
Roll a 12, difficulty 5.
You're good, and 6 points. So actually, that's enough to not only scatter him, but because you want to do the player intrusion, which you can spend your experience point for now, like scattering him over the wall, that would drop him onto the spikes that were on the other side of the palisade, just ending him. So he's done. Because of your player intrusion, he is done. And that is the end of
Wonderful.
combat. I want to say, Rufus, you helped kill something by being on fire. Yeah.
Yes, good job.
Yeah, you feel free to explore. It looks like there's a room to the north here, and then there was like the junk pile near the glowing skeleton face.
Bashaba like takes a step forward and almost like loses her footing for a second, and like the ghost like wife catches her in her fall to keep her from hitting the ground.
I've got you. Oh, she's just Swayze.
McGraw
Yeah.
will come over and like he'll kind of like elbow wrestle, be like, "You know, monsters, what is it?"
I know monsters. I don't know big glowing skulls. Does that look like a monster to you?
I don't know. I feel like a monster made it. You should know this.
A monster?
Yes,
made what?
Rufus, that is a sleeping cat on a pillow.
I immediately start barking as loud as I can.
The cat would just like fucking book it. You'll also notice if you guys are in my future campaigns, there's usually a cat somewhere on the map.
We found it.
I
Yay,
take the
Easter egg.
I take the
It's
cat's
like a
bed.
Where's Waldo. There you go.
Like an earned trophy. Like, "Arf."
Oh, is that a bear trap?
It is. But you're outside of combat, so I'm not like having you being like surprise. But if someone had went that way in combat and they weren't paying attention, that I would have like done a GM intrusion to spring a bear trap on you. And that's why I put it on the map, because I'm sneaky that way.
Do we see anything in this corner?
There's a bunch of
Over
junk there if
here.
you rifle through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll rifle
If you
through
want-
some junk.
While everyone's doing
Uh,
that, I'm going to take a recovery action.
Yeah. Do it up. Rassel, can I get a intellect task, please, as you rifle through this?
Yeet.
If you can find anything interesting.
Hell yeah.
2 is enough. You don't poke yourself with anything bad. And yeah, you actually, I forgot, there was a bunch of stuff in here. You do find stuff.
Oh, I found stuff.
Is it worth coming
Found-
over for?
Yeah, there's some armor, some artifacts, some attack. Anybody want a net? A wand of firebolts?
I'll take like the leap over, I guess.
No rolls necessary. You're out of combat.
Is this skull ominous? Like,
I mean, there's a
it's
giant
daunting,
glowing red
okay, but,
skull. Like,
do I feel any kind of presence on it? Like, do I notice anything about it? Like, is there anything like off-putting to
eerie.
me?
I'm gonna
nothing
take
like magical in nature.
I'm gonna take the golden skull that I have, the golden raven skull, and hold it up to the skull door.
And hold it up to the skull, the big skull.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Down here, part of the wall opens up, and in that you see a side secret room.
No shit.
Okay.
Hey, Phil.
Amazing. I want this wand of fireballs. Anybody else want to roll for it?
Take it.
It's not really my style. It's all yours.
I mean, between me and you, either of us are probably okay with it.
I have no armor and no reason not to wear armor, so I'm gonna take this brigandine because I'm squishy as fuck.
There you go.
I'm gonna grab this speed potion in here.
I forget what brigandine gives.
2/2. 2 rating,
It's
2
2/2,
cost.
yeah.
All right. What do we got?
As everyone
Alright,
heads over to see what's in the big side room.
All right. We should probably be careful with this. This is kind of ominous. And like,
Lead the way.
One
Yeah.
scroll or one skull opened another skull.
I'm tanky. I'm gonna do the walk.
Pause for a second. All right. Margwell, could you roll a speed defense for me, please?
Yes.
Fairly easy task.
Fairly easy task.
A pretty easy task. You don't think you need to roll very high to get it. All right, you're fine.
Fine. Okay. All right. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Is it like on the ground? Is it on a chest? Is it in a chest? or
We'll say
anything?
it's like a little chest.
Okay.
It wasn't locked or anything.
Uh,
Oh, thanks, Phil. I did this map in
Holy shit.
Dungeon Draft.
Beshaba, get over here.
Yeah, hold on. There's a potion of healing in here. That's why I was like,
Take that and get over here.
yeah.
Oh, actually, just make it easier for you guys to see since you can now see. Actually, you haven't gone to that room yet. Never mind. We'll leave it. We'll leave it.
I would like that horn.
Take one of the potions.
Part of me was hoping you weren't going to find the room because the horn is interesting.
yeah. I will also express my interest in the horn.
All right, who else are we
Just
rolling off
because-
with?
Just because I'm in first. You know,
I'm in second because I'm busy lighting myself on fire.
Guys, everybody has to remember that the brilliant mind of Beshaba was the one who found this.
All right, so who's rolling off for the horniness?
no, which is why I'm expressing interest. You know, I should know that, like, you have your choice here.
You know, I did open the door first, but open the door, but I think somebody else should carry that. I agree that somebody who is in the front should carry it.
Yes. And I mean, if we have skeletons like that, it's, you know, instead of risking an attack, it would be, you know, better to get it off like immediately. Like, my musket is strong, but, you know, you're made of fire and you have a stick, so.
Fair enough. Take your horniness.
Like,
Taking a health potion.
Oh, I almost want to see the dog with the horn. Like, you just drop it to his face.
I'm starting to, like, is there a limit to how many potions we can hold?
No.
No? Then what I will do is I'm going to grab the mana potion here. I'm going to grab a resto. That will be my...
Yeah, it's a reason I started doing, because potions, normally in Cypher, potions are actually a cipher, and I think that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I like ciphers to be exciting and interesting, because that's, you want to use them and stuff like that.
I'm going to
And
use
potions
one
are
of...
just,
Yeah, I'll chug one of those mana potions right away. Be like, blueberry. Love that shit. There's still potions in here, and there's weapons for people. Does anybody want this jeweled sword? Because I'll replace my boring-ass sword with that one.
Take it.
Yep. Fuck yeah.
that's all yours.
You don't gotta tell me twice.
Right. And, anybody know their way around a wound? I just know how to make them.
oh, for the healing kit. Yeah, so if anyone tries to heal wounds with like a medicine style check, the healing kit provides an asset.
Beshaba, I feel like this would be best suited for you. I'll
Well-
hand you the healing kit.
She puts her hands up like, why?
I don't know. I feel like you're the one that, you know,
You're,
points at ghosts.
I raised my wife as a ghost. That doesn't mean that I'm going to walk around providing aid to people.
What do you mean? You brought back a ghost so that you can bring back another one. Here,
Mayor Gruel,
this kid can
no,
probably have something to help.
get, I don't want it. Heal yourself.
All right, listen, Rufus, you want the medicine kit? You tend to some wounds. I know you don't have thumbs, so you know, stay away from the needle. But
He's wagging his tail. Doesn't even know what it is. He just
Sure. Right on.
I'll pat you
I
on the
would-
head, attach it to your armor, and then I'll put the potions in there too.
If you can explain it to me in some way, I would allow Rufus to use the healing kit. Like one of those snow rescue, like Saint Bernards or whatever.
Mhm.
Like somehow you.
Oh, did we find any more ciphers in here?
Oh yeah, I meant to like roll some ciphers off the bat. That's 1 second. I'll roll you a couple of ciphers. Oops.
What is that?
I'm gonna regret shit. I didn't even look at what I gave you. I just gave it to you. Random ciphers. It's a risky maneuver. Area boost. Oh, it's a booster one.
Oh, I'm taking that ray emitter.
Ram inflicts intellect damage equal to the cipher's level, and the victim cannot take. Oh my god! Cannot take actions for a number of rounds equal to the cipher's. God damn it!
And it's a level 6. And because I can only have 2 ciphers, I'll put my energy boost one into the chest. So if somebody wants that, they can take that instead.
All right, that's another a booster one. Wow, that makes my life.
Wait, we can only have 2 ciphers.
You'll see that you have
I
a
have
limit.
3 and I started with.
Mergwell can have 3. Everyone else
Yeah.
can have 2.
Okay. I was like,
It all depends on the build.
Yeah, Mergwell being an adept automatically can have 3, and then there's ways to get more. You can actually, depending on the build, you can get 5 or even 6 ciphers.
My wild,
Okay.
my wild mage had so many fucking subtle ciphers. It was disgusting.
Yeah,
so with this, the area booster, that basically increases, like, if I were to do like my fire breath, it would increase it from 15 to, or 3 meters to 6 meters, right?
3 meters. Shoot. Ability affects an immediate area becomes short. Short becomes long. Okay, so it goes from 3 to 15 meters.
Okay.
And 30. So it would be a 3. Yeah, your breath would go from 3 meters to 15 meters cone.
Okay. Does
So like
anybody
5
have
times the
anything
dis-
like this would help with? And I'll like hold up the area booster. If not, like it would be pretty good for me. Show it around.
I think it's just no one's saying anything. Yeah, go ahead and
It's
take
all you.
Yeah, I've grabbed more than my fair share from here.
it. All right, grab what you want, and we will move this party on.
All right. And I will. Can I offer like my my current like things to the party?
Your current what?
My I have the detonation, fire detonation, and I have a ray emitter for paralysis for
Oh.
1 hour.
Oh, like you need to get rid of one?
Yes.
Oh, throw that in the
No.
fucking...
You don't need to get rid of one because you use the force armor, so that's archived. Like, so that's why it's grayed out. So you only have
Oh.
2 out of the 3 ciphers right now.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you have a slot
Okay.
open. We left that one archived instead of deleting it to remind you that it's active.
Ah. Okay. Yeah.
So you actually have a slot open.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll take the area boost then. And I'll still keep the offer out if anybody wants If anyone thinks that any of these would be beneficial, it's an explosive device and a paralysis machine.
Do you just not have use for them? Is that why you wanna?
I feel like being in the front lines, I'd rather protect you than worry about activating a device. So
Okay, and like if you're like getting rid of a Cypher, will that leave you with an open Cypher slot?
yes.
Okay, why don't I'll take your explosive and instead I'll give you my gravity nullifying application.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can use this chest. I'm just gonna click and drag my gravity thing over, and then you click and drag your thing over.
Yeah, BHG in the dark cameras. He's the only one I think with the active camera right now. So he's the only one that shows up.
Yes, right. All me, baby, all the time. Let's go.
I don't think it worked. I dragged it over to the loot pile.
Yeah,
Gravity
And
nullifying
it's
is
not
in
there.
there.
I dragged mine in. It worked for me.
What were you dragging in? What did you
But
drag
it's
over?
not. It was a detonator. It was a fire.
Oh.
It's no longer in my ciphers.
Did you actually drag it on the ground? Oh, I don't know where it went. Well, I'll get you one. I'll get you a new one. I don't know why it went away. That was weird. That
Like
was
Friday.
weird. It's fine. Let's get you ciphers. Detonation. And you were giving that to Bashaba.
Yep.
Detonation. There you go. Detonation, and it was fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fire. And I don't remember what the level was before, but apparently you got a level 7
3.
now.
No, it's
3.
a 7. No, it's a 7. It's a 7.
Or-
It was a 3. He reminded me. He could have just kept
Was
his
it?
trap shut.
Oh, you motherfucker. You motherfucker.
All right. Let's mosey on. Let's move on.
Breaking my balls, Joda.
I'm sorry.
So I can just make this simple as well. You guys
Oh
don't
my
just see the
god, I'm
whole thing.
fucking blind. Why wouldn't you warn us
Flashbang.
first? Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, just so you can see, there's like a room up there, but it's just like gold, which you already have like massive amounts of treasure on you from the treasure room. But at this point, because we're running out of time, I want us to just move on to the next area.
All right.
Preload.
All right, I'm full sprint plus
So-
to the door.
With this, you get yourselves all set up and ready. Nyla was not with you, so I delete her. Okay. And then let's make sure just reset this just to make sure. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
I need my wife.
Oh, and your wife. Yeah, right. Actors, pets, wife, best
Thank you.
pets.
Thank you.
All right. You, after traveling through various other ruined hallways and tunnels and everything like this, get to a giant set of iron double doors, or brass double doors with motifs of dragons and everything upon them. And it is up to you to do what you do from this point on. I have a feeling this is going to be significantly faster of an area thanks to certain ciphers than it should have been, but let's see what happens.
Let's do this.
So yeah, you got a giant set of double doors in front of you. Do it up. Do up
Alright.
what you wish.
What did you say was upon them?
Dragon.
Oh.
You're going.
Your wife doesn't.
Oh
need to be in
no.
there.
What about my wife?
Oh, I added you all to the combat thing, but your wife didn't need to be in there. You can roll if you want now. It's up to you. You're not in a combat yet.
Just to get it out of the way.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Shenzo, you're the only one that hasn't rolled them. You want to?
Do the doors just open if I push?
That is a good
Shenzo,
question.
you rolled a intellect defense, by the way.
Oops.
Oh my god, the Buddha curse continues.
It's Buddha all over again. He kept rolling intimidation instead of initiative for like half a campaign.
At least it's only happened once.
Okay, Rassel, you got bad, but you didn't actually like. Okay. Yeah. Right. All right. So you open the door, and what you see on the other side is interesting, as there's multiple levels going up with various spiked palisades, and at the top of this multi-tiered thing is a giant dragon sleeping, and you can hear the as it's curled up near like one of the bonfires in this giant room. You may or may not want to wake that dragon. That's up to you how you deal with this.
What are we trying to do here? We're just trying to get the fuck out of here, right?
Yes?
Like in character, I'm saying that.
I mean, where the fuck is that here? I would assume it's on the other side of that.
Do we want to kill it? We can do that.
I mean, I don't really see a problem with it. I mean, it's up in the air, or it's all the way up there, you know. I don't know if it can fly. But I mean, that would be our biggest scary thing. We just need to make sure.
Do you guys think it's evil?
Do I think it's evil? Can I roll like a monster check?
Yeah,
on
that's
this?
your bag. Go ahead and roll your monster lore thing.
5.
You've never heard a good story about a dragon in these lands. They're always like taking virgin princes and burning down conglomerates and corporations.
I think dragons are evil and we should kill it. We can't let those bad guys go.
Yeah, so allow me to sing you a song about how dragons are evil and how they kidnap princes.
Like the more you hype out how evil these are, the more like excited Shenzo is getting to fight.
Well,
Like, oh my god, we gotta take this guy down.
Shenzo, please take the lead.
I'm gonna be.
Is this room lit?
What you see is what you see. So
Okay.
like
I
there's
just
some light
opened the
coming from the
doorway.
bonfire, but there's large swaths of it that are very dark as well.
All right, I'm
Is
gonna
this
light
Kenzu
myself on
still lit?
fire.
Oh right, yeah, we can light you. You're there. You're glowing now.
Awesome. I'm gonna. Oops, not close the door. I'm gonna stride my ass. Oh, it's not my turn though. It's Anushka's.
Just close the door, go back
Yeah,
inside. I
we're-
live here now.
We're not in combat right now. It's just we
Oh, I'm
were
gonna
in
walk
initiative.
my ass out there.
This is
Yeah,
my
you're not in
home.
combat.
I will follow.
I'm gonna use
Okay.
a quick ability here. Just where is
Before we
it?
go further.
There it is.
Before we go
This-
further.
Audio
wait,
installation.
I need to move Mersha beside me.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
It just no. I think I have to.
What are you doing? The audio insulation. Oh yeah. You don't need to roll for that.
Yeah.
That provides you, so you can either do what, armor against audio attacks or 2 assets on stealth tasks. I'm assuming you're doing the stealth tasks.
Well, are we creeping up or are we fighting? I thought we were fighting.
We can creep up and
That's
fight.
why I paused to figure out what you were doing there.
I'm creeping. So like I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take
I
it.
have my
There's
gun
no-
up ready to shoot if this thing wakes up, but like I am kind of like tiptoeing towards it.
Rufus is excited no matter what we do.
So what would you like? Do you want the 2 armor against sonic damage, or do you want the stealth
I'll take the acids.
assets? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what I need, so Murgwell, no one goes further than where Murgwell is, but I would like some stealth rolls from you guys if you're going to be trying to creep up and not completely wake up the dragon right away. So that is going to be speed tasks from everybody. And then if you have any sort of like stealth or sneaking skill or anything like that, let me know. We probably apply. Dragons are very perceptive and pretty beefy. I'm going to let you know now, it is a difficult task.
I got difficulty 2 with the help of my wife.
Oh, we got some good rolls in there, though.
Wow, let's go.
And some not good rolls.
And some not good rolls. Well, Rufus is pretty decent.
Yes. There we go.
Margwell, okay. Oh, with a major effect, no less. All right. All right. So, Murgwell, I have a suggestion for your major effect, if you'd like.
Sure.
You succeed. Because you need an 8. You need difficulty 8 to succeed on this task. Rassel's the only one succeeding right now. So, Murgwell, you have a 7. If you'd like, your effect could be you actually succeeded. But yeah, go ahead and place yourselves wherever within the first area, at least. And the dragon is going to wake up. So the Rassel and Murgwell, you two, it doesn't seem to notice you at first. However, there is a dog right next to a fiery guy. The dog's being fairly sneaky, but he is next to a guy actively on fire. Which is not so easy to sneak with. Bashaba, you and your wife, you're not sure. You might be visible. Your wife has like a slight like cyan bluish glow about her like translucent form that you like forgot about. Now you're like in the darkness and you're like, fuck, god damn it. Yeah, we are gonna add it. And you guys did not do the greatest. Did not do the greatest.
Tough.
The Dargon is going to be going first. He is going to launch up into the air. Actually, he should be 9 meters up because it's 3 meters each level. So he is going to launch into the air, and he actually doesn't notice Rassel and Murgwell. He's actually going straight for the fiery guy.
First of all, rude.
And then dropping down. As he slams down, dragons, you got a lot of shit. Let's do. I can bite one target or claw 2 opponents. He's gonna do a bite. You know what? He's gonna do a bite on Shenzo.
Rude.
As the dragon attempts to bite you. I need a defense, please. A speed defense. It's going to be difficult. Not an 8, but it is going to be difficult. You're going to want to apply effort.
Yeah, I'm going to apply effort. That didn't go well.
7 is what you need. You're good. You got it. You got a major effect as well. Oh, no, sorry.
No.
I was looking. I was scrolled up. You got a GM intrusion. That's the opposite of what I was seeing. Cool. All right. Yeah. Did you want to spend a XP to reroll, or
yes, I would.
Okay. Yeah, you probably want that.
So how do I mechanically do that? Is it? Oh, it's there.
Okay.
It's not good, but
it's not good enough, but it's not a GM intrusion, so you're not getting extra fucked. So yeah, it's a simple bite. You're gonna take 10 points to your might pool.
All right. Ow.
Do you have any armor? You do. No, only against fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Never Yeah, 10 to your might pool.
Ow.
And I need a might defense roll from you as you are like basically like in its mouth. It's against grappling.
Also went relatively poorly.
Yeah, you're in its mouth. You're
And
not
I
in
assume it is probably doesn't care very much that I made a fire.
It seems completely Oh no, actually this type of dragon, come to think of it, is not immune to fire.
He only just takes
I
a 2 damage every time he touches me.
Yeah, still 2 damage is 2 damage. I did not choose one of the dragon types that had a like fire resistance. Interesting choice by me. Okay. So yeah, he's biting like you're a spicy tamale. It doesn't look like it hurt him that badly, but it is hurting him.
Oh
So,
yeah.
All right. Bashaba.
Okay, it's trying to grab my fiery friend in its mouth. I think I'm going to try and do what I do best on a larger scale, and I'm going to try and enthrall this dragon.
All right. Enthrall.
With the extra
once
effort
again,
of
this is
my wife.
Not easy. You're going to want that effort.
Four's not enough.
Not great.
I'm going to reroll.
No. Oh, that is enough. It is enthralled. Depending on what you guys do, you might have actually just kind of ended this. Shenzo. I'm actually going to say you're dropped from its mouth as this thing suddenly becomes captivated by Bashaba and is just standing there weaving, staring at her.
All right, I'm gonna down my health potion.
Yeah. So I need a response from you guys at this point. Are you going to continue to try to beat up this very powerful dragon, or are you just gonna like say fuck it and book it out of this dungeon?
I'm gonna readjust my organs and then look at everyone else for their take because I want to kill it, but I obviously can't do it on my own.
Rassel, I'm going to give you this one for free. You know that theoretically you guys could kill it, but there's a very good chance you're going to see casualties. If you're there, Rassel.
I mean, is there a reason for us to kill it?
Well, I really hate evil things, but it also just like tore my stomach open, so.
Alright. Is this like a social time? Like we talk now?
Except for Bashaba, who is sitting there like fucking glowing and like half floating, keeping this thing from eating everyone.
Yeah, she can only keep it going for so long, but like you
Well-
theoretically have minutes.
Well,
Alright,
so that was
So I've got this ray emitter. We have an entire minute to beat the shit out of this thing.
well, the second it
if
gets
it
hit,
were-
it's back to action.
You've seen Bashaba do this before, and she's probably warned you the moment you heard it, the enthrall drops.
Yes, which is like kind of like what I'm getting at. Like, wait, we have an entire minute. Bashaba's got it held right now, but we have an entire minute to kill this thing. There is a very small chance that this thing malfunctions and we get an entire hour. But
We don't
I
have
don't even know if it's gonna work. Do we try to kill this thing, or do we just take our chances and run? Because I don't know how long Bashaba's things last. I don't know if she can move while she's doing this. Do I remember if she can move and run away while she's enthralling?
Yeah, as long as she keeps speaking, you've probably seen her before being able to like move around and still do stuff, or even be carried and still do it.
Okay. I guess like, can Bashaba? As long as you know something to speak, you can't even move. The other creature takes no action. So as soon as Bashaba stops speaking, or as soon as she like
Oh yeah, you can't
moves.
even move. She can be
Yeah.
carried.
That's true. All right. You can't move. Shit, that makes it impossible for me to be like, oh, do we think Bashaba would be okay with this? All right. Everybody else, make your decision now. And I'll point at Shen. Kill. Kill or leave.
Leave.
Rufus. 1 box for kill, 2 box for leave.
If you look in our chat, that's literally Rufus right now, looking at everyone like, "What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?" He doesn't care. He's just excited to be here.
What? 1 bark for kill, 2 barks for leave, and he's just licking his balls.
Rassel.
What's Bashaba doing?
She's holding the dragon right now, but as soon as we, as soon as she either A moves or B stops talking, it's back to attacking. So we either take our chances in carrying her out, or we try and kill this thing. And I've got this thing, and I'll pull out my ray emitter for paralysis and be like, I have an entire minute for this. That it's completely paralyzed.
So let's paralyze it and fucking kill it.
All right, we've got 1 kill, 1 paralyze.
And it's like a solid minute we can spend just beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, it doesn't wake up. Like,
Wife. What do you think we should do?
Who, Mersha?
Yeah.
Mersha
Does she
is
respond to anybody else?
Mersha is chanting with Bashaba. She was my extra asset on that roll. So
yeah.
while like she's behind me doing the same thing, like hands up and like capturing its attention, also like eyes glowing and looking at it.
I'd allow Bashaba to give like a thumbs up, thumbs down while she's doing her chanting thing if you wanted.
Thumbs up kill, thumbs down, run.
Thumbs down, thumbs down.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna need some help. We got to get her out of here. So somebody help me in picking her up.
I'm with you.
Bashaba will like raise her hand up in like a stop fashion and instead just gesture as like a go, while still trying to maintain that speech with the dragon.
Bashaba is telling you to save yourselves. What are you going to do in this moment?
I don't like that. I don't want to leave her. I will kill this dragon if I have to.
Okay, so you're gonna pick her up, try to get her out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will make my attempt. I will walk over with Rassel.
Okay.
And
all right. So
Rufus.
Bashaba, I'm gonna GM intrusion.
Accepted.
All right.
Jesus.
Yes. Okay, so although the ability doesn't specifically say being jostled around or anything could cause issues with you maintaining it, I'm going to say that you are going to have to make an intellect task to maintain this ability. It's not going to be quite as hard as the first time you enthralled the dragon, but it is going to still be pretty damn difficult. It'll be doable without effort, but not easy.
If you hadn't done the intrusion, I was going to pay an experience to make them roll to see how gently they could carry me without breaking me out of it. So it's kind of funny that you went. Yeah, it's funny that you went that way.
So yeah, I would like an intellect task, please.
7.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you did good actually. You're able to maintain this like chanting thing, and like the dragon's like, it's not like it's unconscious or anything. It's like eyes are following you as you get slowly like walk away, getting distant, and like the dragon, I'm gonna say, because it stays within proximity, I'll say the dragon like slowly kind of follows you towards like the small exit to this area. You're actually not even sure how the dragon got in here because the area, the exit is smaller. But I'm gonna say with that, you slowly back away using the enthrall, and you get out of the dungeon with the wealth on you, and that is it. That is the dungeon, dragon inside of a dungeon one shot for tonight.
Heck.
Hurrah!
Great
That's good.
one shot.
I was waiting for something to go south. I had a bunch of things planned if things were going faster. Like if you got here too soon, all of these bodies on the floors were also going to be zombies at the same time as fighting the dragon, or like trying not to wake up the dragon. And if the dragon woke up, I was going to be like, I was just, because of the time, I was going to be like, okay, the dragon wakes up. It seems like it's going to be overpowering to you. You're probably going to be dead. And that's where we end session. And I was just going to leave it on a cliffhanger.
No, that worked out perfectly. That was great.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, lots of fun.
So yeah,
How strong was that
is
dragon?
it. Oh, you barely touched it. You did 2 damage out of its 45 health. Actually, you
45,
did.
huh?
Yeah, it has 10 armor against regular, 3 armor against regular attacks.
Yeah.
And like it hadn't even used its big things like its fiery breath weapons or anything like that. Like
God damn.
And
it was
managed
a
to
level
rip 10 out of
7
my
creature.
point right away.
Yeah,
You,
it beat you for 10. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm like,
no,
I'm gonna
that's,
fuck
that's
away
a
from that
beefy,
mess.
that's
Yeah,
a
this is
beefy
like
monster.
end boss level type of creature you got going on. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Michael, solo RPG guy, everyone joining. It was meant to be a how else can we defeat this other than just attack and damage, because fucking beefy. But you figured it out. You did it. Like the ciphers and abilities like that are the way to go. I figured between the rays that you guys had as well as the enthrall abilities, like that's why I think people underappreciate how powerful a speaker can be in your group. Because of the shit that they can do like that.
My favorite type is Explorer. I think it's very versatile. And so I don't really look at the Speaker very much, because Speaker, and same thing with Adept, are very specific in those kind of roles of like replacing a Bard or replacing a Wizard. Whereas Explorer gives you options that kind of let you fill any role. I'm glad I picked a Speaker here as opposed to the usual Explorer option.
Yeah, I tried to make this speaker a bit more of a like almost like a skill monkey, because you always had your wife helping you, so you always got the assets and stuff. And just to show, I wanted to show that the characters can be different. Like your wizard dude, which like had like some magical abilities, primarily uses like a gun, like as it's more of like a fighterly type. Like I wanted to show, and then like the dog, like if it wasn't for the wizard getting an extra armor, the dog was like the tank of the party.
Also, how many one-shots have we had now that have ended with a speaker using enthrall to just end it?
Yeah. Well, if you figure out the right things to do, because once again, it's easy to knock out. Like you do 1 point of damage and or even just attack it and the enthrall's gone.
Yeah.
But if you're smart, if you do the tactics, I mean, that's the beauty about Cypher. You don't get experience from combat. You get experience from discovery and exploration and your character arcs and role play and stuff. If you can find a way around combat, I mean, give her, sure.
I made it out with a new bone.
It's true.
You did. And the keys. You're the one that got the keys. But yeah, no, hopefully you guys got at least a little bit better of a taste of Cypher for those of you that weren't so familiar with it.
Yeah, I'm excited for Tiny Punk now.
Yeah, Tiny Punk's gonna be a lot of fun, and then the eventual after after Hijinks concludes, we're gonna be doing a big Cypher campaign, and I'm
Don't
super
you
excited
tease me like
for
that.
I'm so excited.
Oh, hey, Chris. Yeah, you just joined at the end of the session. We're just wrapping up, but thanks for coming in anyways. Super late, my guy.
Yeah. You'll have
But
to
yeah,
catch the VOD.
you guys did pretty good. I was kind of hoping to TPK you with the dragon at the end, but you did pretty good. Yeah, all right. I think that's about it for us tonight. Better late than never. I guess I'll accept it.
Yeah.
Our fellow Canadian.
Thanks to everybody who watched on Ked's stream, and who also watched it on the player view on my streams. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hell yeah. I will be doing an edited version of this video. I think BHG's probably going to upload his player perspective raw
dogging it. You got it.
Raw dogging it. So you'll still be able to see both perspectives on our channels and stuff, the player and the GM perspective, which ought to be a little bit neat so you can see things at different ways. I kind of like that concept. Yeah. So basically, like, this is another friendos thing. I don't have all the links in here right now for people that are streamers and everything, because I didn't have it acquired because it's not my usual crew. I don't normally do Wednesdays.
I have
Sundays are my day. This is BHG's day.
I have the links in the description for my live one right now, so it should still be there.
If you're watching this in the future, in the edited version of the video, the links for everybody's stuff will be down below because we're all friendos, so it's mostly like streamers and content creators. So yeah, all good times. If you like what I do, feel free, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll have the links over to Bad Hair Gaming's channel as well, who was like my co-streamer for this. Don't forget to give him, especially on his YouTubes, because I think he could really use the extras right now. So give him a like and subscribe. Even more important than mine. So go over there, do that thing. And yeah, that is about it for tonight. Thank you everyone that joined. We have what are the next games coming up? The one
Song of Leaf. A Song of Leaf Embark tomorrow on Talking with Adam stream.
No, sir, that is canceled.
Canceled? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, just for the week.
What?
Gives you more time to prep because the second fucking Lord died.
Oh.
Yeah, I killed
Dun, dun, dun.
Lem's character and I just killed Kirby's character, and it changes like the entire story. So.
Well,
all right, so the next game is going to be Saturday on Bad Hair Gaming, his arena for his Cleaning Crew D&D campaign.
Yeah, and we're doing the back half of the Divine Dungeon, which has been already a crazy combat or set of combats.
And then we're back Sunday for more Cypher Whispers in the Weird.
Yeah.
But of course, check us out for other stuff.
Special thanks to you, Ked, for putting this together and running everybody through it, giving everybody a taste of the Cypher life.
Yeah, I'll get more people hooked. I gotta get Chris. I think if you're still in the chat, I gotta get you in another game soon. We gotta get that all Canadian game together.
Yeah,
I think the Dungeon Dudes and Dungeon Dad and stuff would be up for it. I'm trying to see who else is Canadian. I gotta figure it out. Yeah, we'll get a Canadian game together. Saturday, I don't. Well, BHG has a Saturday on. I had mentioned. I would do that. I have so many books.
King Nerd's in my Saturday game.
Yeah. I already mentioned Saturday, and you're in that one. Whatever. I'm getting out of here. Goodbye. And stream. Bye.
And for everybody watching on my streams, as always, thanks to everybody who tuned in. I love every single one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. We'll talk soon.